is 97.9 WRMF Palm Beach.
All right, here we go. Producer Denny's Christmas-themed joke jury. His job is to get myself, Virginia, and Jaybird to crack up here. Let's see if he can succeed. What you got for us, Denny's?
What do you call a reindeer who sucks up to Santa?
I don't know. What do you call a reindeer who sucks up to Santa?
Rudolph the brown-nosed reindeer.
Okay. Yes, who says this is tough?
That's how you start.
Them nerves bringing out that greatness.
Oh, yeah. Second joke. What do you call a Santa who doesn't iron?
A Santa who doesn't iron. I don't know. What do you call him?
Chris Crinkle.
I mean, look at this guy.
Come on. I'm not believing it's hard for you.
Yeah.
Come on now.
You're gifted.
Oh, my gosh.
Oh, gifted.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that.
Look at that. She's trying to upshine your
I know. Come on, B.
Sorry.
I'm kidding.
I'll sit down.
Third joke. What does the University of Alabama yell during Christmas?
Who cares?
It's usually roll tide. I don't know. What do they yell?
Yuletide.
Okay.
Very tough.
Oh.
It's time to wake up and let the weirdness begin. It's the KVJ Show to start your morning. Kevin is the host, and his skin pigment is whiter than Casper the Ghost. Virginia sounds like this. Nickname Vicious Beast. So don't get her pissed. Jason talks like a spaz, and they love to talk about Bigfoot and stats. So get ready, here we go. You're listening to 97.9 with the KVJ Show.
Well, hello and welcome back. It is the KVJ Show, big old 2020.
Yeah.
We got planned for you. Happy New Year, everybody.
Gosh, I've missed y'all.
I know. It's been a long time, hasn't it?
You guys look great.
Jaybird walked in and I was like, man, I haven't seen you in a while. How you doing?
Good. I have not seen Virginia in 17 days? 16? Today's the first day I've seen Denny's. I haven't seen him in...
Oh, I know.
I mean, I have had some withdrawals.
What did you do? Just hide in a cave or something?
If I told you, I don't even know if you'd understand it.
All right.
Yeah. New Year, same old stuff.
Yeah.
That's pretty much it. I'm not happy to see Virginia back. I didn't even know if she was going to make it. Boy, girl, I tell you what, she knows how to dial it up. I couldn't even believe it. Like yesterday, she was in New Orleans. She sent me video. She's getting all rowdy, getting ready for the Saints game that was going on yesterday. She's there. She goes to the Saints game and then hops on a plane and makes it back, and here she is.
It was a whirlwind. And I wasn't going to do this. This was not my plan. This trip was rescheduled from September. So this is a trip that I put up on auction at the Stars Ball.
Okay.
And it was just a trip that I was going to say, I'll be your tour guide to New Orleans. Let's go. And
That's fun.
My girlfriend bought the trip and paid all the money to Little Smiles. And then she invited my other girlfriend. So the three of us did it. And we realized a week ago that the Saints were going to be in this playoff game yesterday.
Right.
And we were going to be there. And so it was kind of like, oh, well, now we have to change our flight. We have to stay.
Did you drink at all? Are you rested?
No, yes and no.
Yes, yeah. Yes, I drank, and no, I'm not rested.
You're really coming out of vacation nice and rested and smooth.
Yeah. She
was
comes
very
out of vacation exhausted.
I was very peaceful. In between Christmas and New Year's, I was very peaceful. And this weekend, I tore it up.
You did, huh?
It was fun, though.
You're in New Orleans.
Yeah.
It was a great time.
Come on. So what time did you actually get to bed last night?
1?
Oh, gosh, that's awful. I would hate
That's
coming out of vacation being
Right.
that tired. I'm so mad at myself.
It just sounds like such a nightmare.
I slept from 1 to 4, so that's good, right?
Gosh. I don't know how you do it.
I don't know either.
You're getting crazier with age.
I don't think I am, but I guess you're right.
It's good.
You're not slowing down.
It's good when she's rested on a Monday because then she doesn't kind of come after me as much. Her zingers are less.
Yes.
She leaves me alone slightly.
So you're starting off with a pretty good day today.
I'm cool with this.
All right. Well, we'll get you caught up, everything that we did over the break, everything that's going on, get you caught up with the world, and welcome back to it. It is a KVJ show, not only on the radio, but you can check us out on YouTube, too. Just dial it up on your smart TVs. Go to YouTube and look for the KVJ show. We're on right now.
It's the KVJ Dirt of the Day. It's the KVJ Dirt of the Day. Virginia, take it away, because you know we need that Dirt of the Day.
Well, coming up in just a second, I'm sure you've seen the Australian wildfires and the craziness that is going on down under. Coming up in a second, I'll tell you about amazing celebrities stepping up and using their celebrity for good causes to help out those wildfires. Who's doing it exactly? Coming up in a second. Before we get into that, Golden Globes was huge last night. Now, I didn't get to see it, but I love that Ricky Gervais because he seems to go after everybody.
The first thing that I clicked on today, the first headline was Gervais went too far.
They
Oh, is
say
that what they said?
every year.
Oh, yeah. Okay, good. Here's a little montage of some of his jokes from last night.
But you all look lovely, all dolled up. You came here in your limos. I came here in a limo tonight, and the license plate was made by Felicity Huffman. So, no. Shush. Lots of big celebrities here tonight. I mean, legends, icons, yeah? Look, at this table alone, Al Pacino, Robert De Niro, Baby Yoda. Oh, that's Joe Pesci, sorry. I love you, man, don't have me whacked. The Irishman was amazing. Long, but amazing. It wasn't the only epic movie. Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, nearly 3 hours long. Leonardo DiCaprio attended the premiere, and by the end, his date was too old for him.
Okay, all right.
Too far, Gervais.
Too far. Too far. He went.
Donnie Wahlberg did something awesome. How cool is this? Left a tip of $2,020 for an IHOP waitress in Illinois. It's a whole thing that I guess celebrities are challenging each other to do. It's the 2020 tip challenge.
It is.
You
Okay.
leave $2,020, and then when you write it out, it says 2020.
If you walked into IHOP with $2,000, oh my gosh, the things you could accomplish with that menu.
I think you actually can own the restaurant for that.
you might be right.
You can buy a franchise.
I think it's yours.
And finally here, Nicole Kidman and Keith Urban using their celebrity and really putting their money where their mouth is. They have donated $500,000 to help battle the wildfires in Nicole's home country. Their home in Australia is under threat, but so far has not caught fire. So they are making the pledge to help out and fight these Australian wildfires. And that's what's going on in your dirt of the day.
Do you want to watch the KVJ Show live or on demand? Find us on youtube.com/KVJ Show.
What are you thinking about? What are you thinking about? What's on your mind? Are you thinking about? What are you thinking about?
What you got on your mind today, Bird?
Boy, did I gain some weight on the break.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my God.
You're wearing a jogging suit, but you probably have no intention of jogging.
Well, so here's my
It's very
thing.
deceiving. If you wear workout clothes, people actually think you're athletic.
Well, I am trying to fake it till I make it. You're making fun of me. That's my strategy. I'm putting myself in athletic clothes so I can at least get in the mind frame
Of an athlete.
Of an athlete, exactly. Have not used the treadmill one time, but I'm going to make some changes in 2020. I will say, though, I'm struggling. And a good reason why I'm struggling is, remember I came in here talking about those Oreo cookie good humor ice cream bars? I was telling you guys about that in December. I can't believe you guys don't remember that.
Didn't stick with me.
Refresh us.
They are some of the best ice cream bars I've had in the last decade.
Okay.
I didn't realize Good Humor also made, now if you're looking at KVJ TV, I got the picture up, Reese's Peanut Butter, the cup version of the same kind of ice cream bar. And I am not kidding you, I must have went through 8 boxes in the last 4 days. After Christmas, I was going to start my training.
Yeah.
I was going to start chasing greatness. I was going to start exercising. And then these walked into my life.
Oh, and that just derailed everything.
So what I guess I'm asking is, I need one of those motivational speeches from the Kevin Ralston to get me back on track.
I think I'm all tapped out.
He's trying to get himself pumped up.
Yeah. Save my motivation for me.
Because I really need to start today, because I don't look good naked right now. I really don't.
Prove it.
I want to get started, but I also know that I have 3 more boxes of these in my freezer.
3 more?
I do. I went big. I went hard. I cleaned out Walmart.
Can't start anytime soon then.
That's what I know.
It's going to take a while. What you got on your mind today, Virginia?
Well, I wanted to give you guys some wrap-up numbers from the Little Smiles Holiday Toy Drive.
Okay.
And this, according to the Palm Beach Post, was the biggest year ever, bringing in over 9,000 toys for needy and sick children in South Florida.
Love it.
That's
huge.
great.
So thank you so much to everybody that brought toys, donated money. It was a beautiful campaign, and we're so appreciative for everybody.
Okay. Well, I've also got diet on my mind as well. Kind of a different route than Jaybirds.
We can struggle together.
I was looking, a lot of people actually sent me this because they're like going, 2019, I wrapped up the year doing that keto diet, just trying different stuff out. Well, if you're tired of me talking about keto, don't worry about it because I'm done with the keto diet.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, we could not stand keto, Kevin.
Yeah.
Keto Kev didn't make it to 2020.
Well, yeah, I told you I was only going to be doing it for a little bit of time. I just wanted to try it out, see what it was all about. But I got onto all those Netflix food diet special things that they have. I had all those things kind of on my queue list, and I finally had time to watch them. And went through them all, and I was just like, I'm not sure that this is a good long-term thing for me. And then some people were sending me this list of the best and worst diets from U.S. News and World Report, and the keto diet was listed as the second worst diet that they have on the list for things that you should not be doing. And some of those food specialists were kind of telling me, too, and the thing that kind of stuck in my mind is they were talking about you can't really eat these fatty meats and not have your arteries start getting clogged up. And they said, we're seeing people that are shredded that are dying of heart attacks in their early 30s. Like going, how do you, I mean, it's going somewhere.
Well, say it out loud. I can eat as much bacon and fried chicken wings as I want.
Yeah.
Just say that out loud.
It felt weird kind of doing it for a while. And I'm not going to lie. Yeah, I mean, I think I did. Like I said, I never hopped on a scale with it, but I did lean out a little bit. I could tell by the belt loops, how it was going on my belt. And so I did, lose a little bit of weight.
And that's from reducing carbs and reducing sugar.
Yes. And so.
But you shouldn't triple your bacon intake.
Yeah.
If people are dying shredded, some meatheads at the funeral. Look, bro, he still looks good though. Look at his abs.
What a way to go, yeah.
Yeah, look at him.
He's dead swole.
Yeah. So I'm going to be ditching that, and I think what I'm going to be doing is after seeing all those specials, and they've got like a ton of them on Netflix, I think the one that probably, if you had to, you don't have to watch all of them. Like I saw everything from Forks Over Knives and The Magic Pill and What the Health. That was probably the one that kind of just, you don't have to watch all of them. Just watch, I think, that one, and it kind of sums it all up. You don't miss much if you want to kind of see what it was.
Good. We got Keto Kevin out of here. We didn't like that guy.
Yeah, Keto Kev is gone.
Good.
So I'm going to be trying something a little bit different. I think I'm kind of going more with a plant-based kind of thing, which is a little bit what I was doing before I hopped on the keto train.
Vegan Kev?
We hate him more than Keto Kev.
Can Vegan Kev drink beer?
Yeah, I could.
Are you going back to that? Or?
I probably won't because, I did kind of look at it, and my trainer even said in the right, and even that What the Health was talking about, it really, like one craft beer and the kind that I was drinking, it's like having a cup of cake. And, and then I'd have 3 or 4 cups of cake, so.
I know a guy who would love a cup of cake.
Yeah.
I would love a cup of cake. I found out the one, because I never look at calories on those craft beers, and the one that I was constantly drinking was over 400 calories. And I was drinking like 6 of those.
Right, yeah.
6 cups of cake.
6 cups of cake. Yeah, so I don't think just for, I may here and there have one, but that's just it. It's 1 cup of cake here and there. And so I'm going to kind of get on that a little bit and check it out. So, yeah, I've switched the diet up.
Look, I got a treadmill at my place. It hasn't been used yet. It's looking for someone to work out on.
Didn't you get that in October?
I think I did, yeah.
How many times would you say you used it?
I've used it, honestly, one time. And it was less than 5 minutes.
Great investment.
2020, though. Making
2020. I thought you had all these ice cream bars you got to eat.
In February.
Okay.
Can you eat them on the treadmill?
I might do that.
In case you're wondering, according to that list they had in the U.S. News and World Report, they did talk about some of the better diets. A straight-out vegetarian diet they list as 10th. The Weight Watchers diet, which Oprah was all about, they listed it as 4th. And the best diet they said was the Mediterranean diet, which basically is just kind of like fruits, nuts, veggies, whole grains, lean protein, low-fat dairy, that kind of stuff. That's what they said was the best.
Oh, wait, the stuff that makes sense? Oh, yeah.
Yeah, really, that's just kind of it. Sensible stuff. Oprah Winfrey is on that big. She's like, I think it's really kind of a Weight Watchers tour. I get sponsors. And did you know that Weight Watchers is no longer Weight Watchers? It's WW.
Really? Why? Because it's Weight Watchers.
Well,
Does it mean?
Because what it is the person who bought Weight Watchers, this woman is now like, we are encouraging just a healthier lifestyle. It's not necessarily about diet. We don't necessarily believe in food restrictions. We believe in sensibility and, eating less and moving more. But it's also mind, body, spiritual balance, all this kind of stuff. So if it's a deeper thing, so they've kind of like, got Oprah. I'm sure she's making a ton of money on this, and they're sending her on this tour. And she started on Saturday at the BB&T Center, Lady Gaga.
Yeah, my girlfriend had tickets, and they were texting me, you want to go see Oprah? I was like, no.
Yeah.
First of all, I'm not in town. Second of all, no.
15,000 people showed up. They said it was 90% women. In fact, there were so many women there, they closed some of the men's bathroom. Actually, they opened the men's bathrooms to the women.
That's awesome.
And there was like no guys in there at all.
So what if someone says, well, what does WW stand for?
Well, the problem was they started this hashtag to kick off the Oprah tour on Thursday. And then we decided to do that bombing thing with Iran, and people were texting out hashtag WW3. So there was all this confusion between Weight Watchers and World War III. So their whole Oprah launch tour was derailed by Trump bombing some dude from Iran.
Why is World War III trending?
So Weight Watchers thought they were going to have this viral campaign, but it got tripped up because of World War III.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah.
Whoops.
There was 5 points that Oprah made her wellness takeaways for 2020. I'm saving you the money having to buy a ticket. If you're like Virginia and you didn't make it, I'll share what Oprah had to say. It's going to change your entire year coming up next.
Get the info on everything that's going on with us at kvjshow.com.
A lot of celebrity action happening in South Florida here this time of year. I know, the Breakers, that was just a hopping place over the weekend. Rod Stewart was punching out security guards right and left, and
Sweet.
all kinds of crazy stuff was going on. So I know there was some other celebrities that were there as well. I think Eli Manning, he's the, I guess, almost now former Giants quarterback, was hanging out at the Breakers.
Brother of Peyton?
Yes.
Son of Archie?
Yep.
I saw some social media pictures of the Kevin Ralston at the Breakers. I thought that's a big celebrity sighting.
Yeah, that's how I knew that Eli was there. Yeah, we went, checked out a little brunch, New Year's Day brunch. We had somebody that invite us out there as their guest. It was pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Do you know how much the brunch costs per person?
A lot.
You don't know the number on that? The actual, if you just wanted to get a buffet brunch at the Breakers for one person, you don't know what the price was?
I think it's between $130 and $160.
Wow. Wow.
It's crazy.
That ain't no Shoney's buffet.
That's why I go when I'm
No.
invited. Yeah. I'm going to go on somebody else's tab. Yeah,
It's fancy. It is really. I had so much caviar. I just kept eating the caviar.
Oh, is it all you can eat caviar? Like stuff like that?
Yeah.
Again, not like Shoney's.
It's not your kind of buffet.
No.
Yeah, some amazing stuff. You also had all kinds of stuff that was going on for New Year's Eve with the Jonas Brothers and DaBaby. I saw that the big new hip-hop star, he got arrested while he was in Miami Beach. So all that kind of stuff was going on. Plus, Oprah, she was bringing her own little star status with Lady Gaga. Saturday, she did her show at the BB&T Center. 15,000 people in attendance. Kind of a nice little way to kick off the new year with a little Oprah positivity. And what she gave for you was her 5 wellness takeaways. Here's what Oprah is telling you to live a good 2020. Point 1, she said, only you are in control of your well-being. Check in on yourself throughout the day and take breaks as needed. If you feel yourself being a little too stressed, take a minute to chill out. Quiet yourself down, yeah.
Check on yourself.
Yeah, get a little quiet time. If you ever feel like, oh my gosh, I feel like my head's going to explode, you know what? That's when you almost need to put yourself in a quiet timeout. You need to find a way to pause, even if it's just to steal away to the bathroom for a minute, sit on the can and breathe a little bit, just to kind of like get away.
Jaybird, you hungry? Yes, I am. Checking on myself.
Point 2, be present with whoever you are with at any given moment, but particularly the people that you care about. They say presence is the most valuable gift that you can give. And a lot of times you ever been with somebody and you're checking your phone or you're not listening to any word that they say, kind of like you guys are with me?
Yeah.
What?
Yes.
Be present.
They say listening and giving somebody your attention is one of the greatest gifts you can give.
But what if someone's really boring and they just keep going on and on?
Oh, I know. I've tried to do that. I'm like going, oh my gosh, you're making it really hard on me.
I'm kind of tuning out, man.
Yeah, I'm trying.
I'm trying, Oprah.
And the only thing I can think of is how do I get out of this moment?
Yes.
It's tough. I know. It's tough. That's why she's saying work on it. She said, embrace the flow that helps you keep your life in balance. To be positioned to do so, get enough sleep. Don't let setbacks deter you, but rather let them teach you. So that's it. She's again on that thing that I say is very important. Make sure you're well rested. Point 4 that Oprah makes up, deprivation isn't healthy and doesn't work in the long term, particularly when it comes to dieting. That's kind of like the whole attack that's going on the keto diet or any of those diets that say you're going to deprive yourself of food or this kind of food for a certain amount of time. That's what the WW Weight Watchers thing is all about. And then point 5 is stop stressing and accept situations for what they are. If the bridge is up and you don't have control over it, you know what? Enjoy the view, she said.
I'm not that impressed with that top 5 right there.
You got your own top 5?
I mean, it's kind of basic. I mean, we all kind of know that.
I don't know, do we?
I don't know. I mean, roundabout.
Roundabout, huh?
I want some specifics, Oprah. I want specific how to change, if you really want to change something, to live that life she's talking about.
Well, I think that's what she was saying. If the bridge is up specifically, then I always get caught by the bridge every day, and it stresses me out because I've got an appointment to meet my trainer, and I'm right there at that stupid PJ bridge. Oh. And I always forget. I don't know why. And it seems like I can't time it out right. It's usually, I think it's at this time. And then sometimes it feels like they open it 3 or 4 minutes early. I'm like, oh, gosh, I did my best.
They do. They open it early. They do that, I think, just to make people mad.
Yeah. So the specifics of what Oprah says is when that bridge is open, sit and enjoy that big old boat that you can't afford or never be on. It's just passing by that one pompous person that makes 80 million times what you're going to make in a single year.
And if your air is broke in your car, it's just going to make it a little bit more challenging.
Enjoy the humidity. You're right. I think really what it is, Oprah just needs to say, you know what? Get filthy rich and then do whatever the hell you want.
That's the key.
That's really pretty much what it's all about. Absolutely. Well, it's been a while since the KVJ show's been on. I think it was right before Christmas. We take our little break at the end of the year, so we're going to be in here for a good long time. Probably not another vacation till maybe June. I don't know.
Well, Virginia's got Mardi Gras this year.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah, you got to take that.
I only speak for everybody else.
Yes.
Virginia will be off next week.
Mardi Gras is February 25th.
I mean, that's not that far away.
It's really not.
Right. So what exactly did we do over the break? I'm going to give you a rundown. 3 things that we all did. You have to just tell in the right order who did what. Okay? All right, here's what the first member of the KVJ show did over the break. It's either myself, Virginia Jaybird, or Denny's here. Okay, first person, they trimmed a bonsai tree. They went to an axe-throwing bar, and they tried Jepson's Malort alcohol, which is known for its awful taste.
Wow.
Sounds like a good time. The second person here on the KVJ show had the best dinner of their life, 21 courses. They had their brakes go out while on a road trip, and they lost their 2020 day planner on day 3 of 2020.
Ooh.
It's heavy.
Okay. The third KVJ show member went to Drive Shack twice. That is the golf place. They binge watch food documentaries on Netflix. And they also met one of the guys from Dude Perfect. Okay. Who might that be? And finally, this KVJ show member learned how to play the theme song to the show Full House on the guitar. They binge watched a 9-hour documentary about Vietnam War on Christmas Day. Very depressing. And they got into a fight with the pit bull.
Not the rapper.
Yes.
I would imagine.
Okay, there you go.
You're supposed to just shut up.
I know, it's tough for me.
He's having a hard. He just really can't.
It's so hard for me to not talk.
He just really can't. So if you can tell us the order of who did what, 877-979-WRMF, 877-979-9763. We are going to give you the hookup with a 4-pack of tickets to the South Florida Fair. There you go. All right, let me see other stuff that we got going on here. Yeah, one person on the KVJ show is doing a little bit of Netflix binging. Did you see Netflix released its most popular content in 2019?
No.
They've got top movies, top TV shows that were on there. I was surprised to see, and I guess this is why they're paying Adam Sandler all that money. He has the #1 most popular movie released by Netflix, that murder mystery.
I swear Netflix does not put all the movies up on the thing. They put like the same 100 movies, and you have to sometimes type in a certain thing you're looking for. If not, you'll never find it.
Yeah, there's different stuff we talked about before we put up. There's websites you can go that really kind of opens it up because it's kind of like it's a menu. It's in a sense they're guiding you to what they want you to watch. And, you know, things are always on and off of Netflix, too. On top of it, they lost Friends. Friends is gone now.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, they with the new year, no more Friends on Netflix.
I know Virginia's real torn up about that.
Yeah, she loved it. Yeah, the Adam Sandler movie Murder Mystery is #1 on Netflix. That is their most popular movie release. Six Underground, which I put on my queue list, I haven't watched yet. That is the one that has Ryan Reynolds in it.
Oh, yeah, I did. Did I see that? I think I did. Keep talking
Must
about
be
it.
great.
Yeah, I think I saw that.
It's got an action movie, is what they're doing. The Incredibles 2 is the third popular movie on Netflix. The Irishman, #4. I finally watched that. Did you see all that yet?
I did.
Okay.
It took me 3 weeks, but yeah. Did you like it?
It was good. It was exactly what you would expect.
It was good.
It was good.
You don't seem that excited about it.
It was just
too
good.
long for you?
Well, it was long, but it's okay.
Yeah.
It's what you would expect. You know, a lot of mobster violence.
Would Virginia like that one?
No.
Okay.
I don't think so. I wouldn't waste your time, Virginia.
I watched a movie, Molly's Game. Have you heard of this? It's the real-life story of Molly Bloom.
Who's Molly Bloom?
She was an Olympic skier.
Okay.
And then she had an accident and she really like messed up her spine, like jacked it all up real bad. And she couldn't ski anymore. So she started hustling and doing like card sharking and doing like high end, super exclusive poker games. And she got busted. It was a very good movie. It was very interesting.
Okay. So that's Virginia's recommendation.
I loved it.
Then Triple Frontier was #5 on the most popular movie releases on Netflix. Popular shows, Stranger Things 3 is their most popular show for 2019. The Witcher, which I'm hearing a lot about, looks kind of like one of those sci-fi type of things that's on there. That was #2. The Umbrella Academy 3, Dead to Me 4, and You Season 2 is #5. My daughter and wife were all over that one, watching You. So, okay, we got Nick on here from Jupiter. Okay, what did KVJ do over the break? You heard all 4 of them. Put them in the right order, Nick. Who was the first person we were talking about, what they did over break?
That was Denny's with the bonsai tree. That's my guess.
Okay, that's a solid guess. What about the second one? With the dinner of their life? Virginia.
Yeah, the
Okay.
21-course meal, I feel that would be Virginia's forte.
21 courses, Kevin.
What about the KVJ show member that went to Drive Shack twice?
I feel that would be Kevin. I feel like that'd be you, Kevin.
Okay. And who binge watched a 9-hour depressing documentary on the Vietnam War on Christmas Day?
Anything depressing, I'm going to say that would be Jason.
Very nice.
And it was very depressing.
Very nice. Nick, we're going to hook you up with a 4-pack of tickets to go check out the South Florida Fair, okay?
Thank you so much. Love you, KVJ Show.
Love you, Nick.
Love you, Nick.
Very nice. Yeah.
Mwah, mwah, mwah.
So Denny's, sounded like he had some peaceful time.
He brought back some of that terrible liquor. He was telling me about it during the commercial break. It's supposed to be the worst tasting stuff on the market.
Then why do people drink it? I'm just kind of confused.
Well, so I came across this, and yes, it is the worst tasting alcohol ever. And originally during Prohibition, they made an awful tasting alcohol that was supposed to be a mouth treatment, but it wasn't. It was actually alcohol, so people could buy it and still get alcohol.
Oh.
It's one of the only ways they found around it.
Okay.
So then this company gained, I guess, popularity for the fact that they make the worst flavored alcohol ever. It's at least worth trying once in your life to say you tried it, because it's pretty awful.
All right, give me a little taste over here. I want to see how bad this stuff is. All right.
That's all you, Bird.
Where do you buy this stuff?
So this is from Chicago. It was a gift. I was given a whole basket of it, and then I started reading into it because I couldn't believe the story behind it because of how awful it was. And even the comedian, he was from Saturday Night Live, Jason Sudeikis.
Yeah.
He it's part of it. Like it's a rite of passage if you drink this with him because it's known for being so bad.
It does taste like a hospital juice.
Yeah.
Tastes like a hospital.
But you can actually drink it and everything. It's 35 proof alcohol. It's just heinous.
It smells terrible.
I got it for everybody.
Well, thank you, Denny's.
Thank you, I think.
Yeah, it's pretty terrible. It tastes like actually tastes like some mouthwash from the Prohibition era.
It does. It smells like 1930s mouthwash.
It tastes like the
my God.
Depression.
Yeah, it's no.
Wow. Yeah, you're right. It's got a big time medicine-y aftertaste.
Could you imagine the hangover on that stuff?
Oh my! I don't know how you would be able to drink enough of that to get hammered. To be honest with you.
Oh yeah, well it's kind of more of a novelty, but if you ever want to try it out, it's the Jepson's Malort liqueur.
Oh, that is terrible.
Yeah, it's known for its horrible, heinous flavor.
Thank you for teaching.
Yes.
Virginia, your brakes went out on a road trip?
Yeah, I was driving back from Nashville.
Uh-huh.
Seriously, like on the interstate, my brakes went out.
What did you do? Who did you get into a fight with?
I was thinking that too. Did somebody cut my brake line?
You
Yeah.
have a lot of people that you anger.
It's safe to ask.
It's a fair question.
It is.
I don't know. I mean, the only thing I was thinking, maybe the valet at the hotel leaving Nashville. But I tipped
You got into
him.
it with the valet?
Absolutely not. I tipped him.
So was it like in the movies where you're driving on the highway and all of a sudden you go, oh, no brakes?
yeah,
Oh my gosh.
I freaked out.
How did you stop?
Well, what I did was luckily there wasn't a lot of traffic around me. I was all the way in the left lane. I got all the way over in the right lane and coasted to a repair shop and literally had to stay there in Nashville trying to get my brakes fixed.
You got lucky. That could have been out in the woods somewhere.
I know.
Wow.
Luckily, it happened right in a metropolitan area, and I went to a brake repair shop, and they weren't shady.
That's scary stuff.
It was so scary.
That's yeah, it is. It's like from the movies. I went to Drive Shack twice. I went one time with Suits, and I think Suits beat me. And if you want to see something fun, you got to watch Suits golf.
Oh, yeah.
Oh man, that was definitely something very interesting. I'm not sure if he's ever golfed before.
Wait, you and Suits went on a date?
Yeah, we went on a little bit of a date. Yeah,
Just the two of you?
No.
Oh,
I
okay.
had my family, and my kids were with me, and they're actually about Suits' age. He's not much older than they are, and so we had a little bit of a crew together, and so he came out, and
Yeah, it was a good time.
yeah.
I don't know why you really struggled with that game. I mean, you and I actually tied for last, so we're both pretty terrible.
Yeah.
But my
Don't you
problem.
golf, Kevin?
Yeah, I was in high school. I was on the golf team.
Really?
Yeah, I was. Yeah.
Well,
I got
I-
kicked off, but yeah, it's a long story.
Okay, I can see why. No, when I was there, my issue was just I couldn't hit the long drive very good. I had decent aim, but I just didn't get the ball too far. Kevin,
Yeah.
I don't know what it was. It's really cool. They have a virtual screen that shows a golf course, and then they have these individual pillars out there that you aim for, and they're color coded so you can see where to aim. But Kevin could not figure out where to aim for the life of him.
Had you been drinking?
Yeah, I mean, we had
I don't
some-
think you were that drunk.
No, I don't think it was the alcohol that was doing. I really could not figure it out. Now, the difference between Drive Shack and Top Golf, because I've done both of them. Top Golf, you're shooting it, kind of like a hole in the ground. At least the game that I played, and so I understood where I was shooting the ball. And the thing that I did realize was different was I'm used to going by yards, and it was giving me feet. So I thought it was 88 yards to the pin, and it was 88 feet. And
That's
so
weird.
I was jacking it way over, and the shots weren't bad. It was just hitting it way past where I was supposed to go. I'm like, wait, what am I shooting at again?
You shot the ball over the green about 5 times when you were right by the hole.
It was
and
so
kept missing it.
frustrating. I'm like, I don't even know where I'm. So I just got, I got to a point. I just went up there and just whacking it.
What's the food like? And I'm talking to Suits because I know you probably don't care about the food.
I didn't have any actually. I sampled the vodka. That's what I was
Okay.
doing.
Yeah, it's pretty good actually.
You
They
had
do have a
some?
lot of
Yeah,
stuff.
they have a bar on the 3rd floor. They got kind of a game room with Pop Shot and stuff like that. So, yeah, they got shuffleboard and some other video games. So it's cool, and it was packed. You go in there
Really?
like over break. We went in there, and don't be surprised to see like a 2 to 3 hour wait to try to get in there.
That is
Yeah, it was
crazy.
packed.
Yeah.
But we were both 9 over par.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Bird, you also learned how to play the theme song to Full House on the guitar?
Yeah. I did.
Can you serenade us here in a bit?
If I had my guitar, yeah, but I don't.
Oh, okay. All right.
I got the only one I got is not good for the radio. It'd be terrible.
And you know everything about the Vietnam War now?
I know a lot, Kevin. My gosh, it was very depressing.
If you ever wind up alone on Christmas, it is so depressing. When I first moved to California, I watched the Star Wars marathon and even that was depressing. I can't imagine the Vietnam War.
It was really depressing, and I stayed with it too.
I thought you were going to go to Oregon.
I was going to go to Oregon, but my Oregon trip was after Christmas. I was going to go to your Christmas on Christmas Day, but I never got a text message from her. So the Christmas witch did not send me anything.
Really?
Yeah.
You're always welcome.
Instead, I had a date with a Vietnam War documentary.
Oh, man.
All I did was watch Vietnam, and then I ate those Reese's Peanut Butter Good Humor bars.
That was my Christmas.
So depressing.
I learned a lot. I learned a lot.
Learned a lot about depression.
I did.
All right.
It's the KVJ dirt of the day. It's the KVJ dirt of the day. Virginia, take it away, because you know we need that dirt of the day.
Well, coming up in just a second, Cameron Diaz is a mom, and nobody saw that one coming. I'll tell you the details coming up in just a second. Before we get into that, Lori Loughlin has just hired a prison expert to help her prepare for life behind bars. She currently faces up to 45 years behind bars and really is preparing herself for it.
Did she hire Kevin Hart?
I don't know.
What is this, Get Hard?
I don't know if it's Get Hard.
You remember that movie with Will Ferrell where he
Yes.
hires Kevin Hart to come and train him to get ready for prison?
Yeah, I think that she and her husband are both really taking this seriously, and they do believe that they are going to be at least doing some time. Now, I doubt they'll do the full 45 years they're facing, but I mean, scary stuff, and she is officially preparing. Frozen 2 is now officially the highest grossing animated movie in history. The sequel has generated $1.3 billion globally at the box office, pushing past the original Frozen, which had $1.2 billion. So now we're at $1.3 billion. Frozen 2 is just killing it.
Yeah.
And finally, if you were shocked like me, she didn't sneak one past us. It sounds like 47-year-old Cameron Diaz and her 40-year-old boyfriend, Benji Madden, had a baby via surrogate is what I'm thinking, because there was pictures of her back in like September and October, and she doesn't look pregnant. They did ask for privacy during all of this. They won't be posting pictures or give any more details about the baby other than to say it's a little baby girl and her name is Radix.
Until someone offers them the cover of the magazine, then you'll see it.
It'll be interesting to see how they play it all out. Yeah, will she put our baby on the cover of People, or will she stick by the plan of privacy? I guess we just have to stick around and find out.
Excited.
Can't wait.
Yes.
And that's what's going on in your Dirt of the Day.
Now we got a few birthdays here today. Jill Prince, what up? She's having a birthday today.
Happy birthday.
She's loyal. She's been with us for a while.
Oh, yes, she has. Oh, yes, she has. Also, a birthday shout out to my brand new baby grandson, Royce. Came into the world on New Year's Eve. Just wanted him to know how much he's loved and adored. Mom and baby are doing wonderful. That is from Trish, who sent that in.
Yay.
Also, a happy birthday to my neighbor and birthday twin, Heather and I, from Jillian. Couple of birthdays there. And did you hear about the twins that were born, I guess, technically in different decades?
Yes, I did.
That's kind of a cool little thing, I guess.
Neat.
There's a woman in Indiana that gave birth to twins last week, and the twins were born in different decades. One was born late on December 31st, and the other was born after midnight on January 1st. So I guess that's how that's done. See, I kept hearing conflicting reports on, was it the end of the decade? Was it not the end of the decade? Is it this year, next year? I'm like,
I can't believe I'm confused by this. I always thought I had this figured out.
Yeah, I did too. It makes your mind want to break because it's like, well, year one would have
No,
been.
this is a new decade we're in.
So, I mean, as far as I'm concerned, it's a new decade because nobody says that like the 20s and thinks about, 30, but technically speaking, it's not a new decade. Like if you follow like the actual calendar because, when you count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, you go to 10.
Stupid.
So
Suits.
technically it's over at the start of 21, but the way that we culturally talk about it, no, it's 2020.
When it turned 1990, we were like, okay, it's the 90s decade.
Yeah.
When did this change? Who on Twitter changed this?
That's what it is. Social media's changed this.
It's
They
a new
did.
decade. Everybody treats it as a new decade. If you're sitting there getting mad about that, you've got way too much time on your hands.
But when did this update happen?
Well, I mean, it's been like that forever.
I don't
But
know.
it's just like if you were to say, oh, it's like the 200 and something decade on the calendar, like there's a count on what decade, what millennium, all that stuff, it technically doesn't start until the end. Like, think of your count,
So officially,
December 31st, 2020 is technically the end of the decade, but nobody treats it that way. Like I
Okay.
said, we're in the 20s now.
Yeah, when you change a number, it's just in your mind it changes. That seems
It's
to be
stupid.
natural. And somebody pointed out, too, have you heard about the 2020 check scam that's out there? First of all, who's writing checks?
I actually have to write one today.
Okay, well, then you better listen up.
I do.
If you're still writing checks, this could affect you because if you're putting down the abbreviated date, like, for instance, like today would be 1-6-20 on it, if you give that, somebody could actually cash it electronically and then change the 20 to 2021, just add on the 21 at the end, and then try to cash it again next year.
Oh, look at you.
So it'd be like a year from now, you may be going, I thought I paid that guy last year. Well, you did. He's just now somehow been able to cash the check twice, and you paid them 2 times.
That is shady.
Yeah. They say that's going to be the new check scam.
Scams galore out there, man.
Always scams. There's always scams that are going on. Coming up here in just a couple of minutes, one thing that Jaybird and Denny's were testing themselves on. It's been a while since probably you dealt with this. State abbreviations. State abbreviations.
They are a little trickier than you think, Virginia. What's MO?
Missouri?
I think it's Montana.
Are you
Okay.
quizzing me like a broke down Alex Trebek and you don't know the answer?
Clearly, Jaybird is not very good at state abbreviations. But is he the worst on the show? I got a little 5 in 10 challenge for everybody coming up here in just a
Okay.
second. A 5 in 10 challenge. I'll give you 5 state abbreviations for you to try to get right in 10 seconds. We'll see. Jaybird admits that he is really bad at knowing state abbreviations. It's really not something that you use very often. I guess if you're sending a letter, you need to. If you're in school, they train you for that stuff.
There's a lot of stuff they trained us in elementary school that you never used ever again. I remember how I had to memorize these at some point.
Yeah, that was it. You used to have to know all of them. But, I mean, if it's been a while since you've been in grade school, maybe you don't know your state abbreviations that well. Suits, I sent you the list. It's in your email. I'm going to have you help me keep score here. What we're going to do is a 5 in 10 challenge here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to name the state. You have to tell me the state abbreviation. We'll see how many you can get. 5 would be the top score. And we'll see exactly who does the worst out of Virginia, Jaybird, and Denny's. The loser is going to write loser on their forehead with a Sharpie for the rest of the show. Just so that we all are reminded who is the big loser today.
We have the red one.
Yes. Big red loser right
yeah.
across your face if you lose this challenge.
Are you good at these?
I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
All right, good. Because I'm terrible.
This is anybody's game.
Okay. Here we go with the round 1. We'll put Virginia to the challenge first here.
Our traveler.
Yes. Virginia went on many road trips. You went to...
I drove to Tennessee. I drove to Kentucky.
Yeah.
And then I flew to New Orleans.
Okay. All right, so let's see here. Virginia hit many states while her break was going on. Let's see how she does with this. 5 different states. I'll tell you the state. You give me the 2-letter abbreviation. They're all 2 letters.
Oh, wow, that's how we're doing it. Dang, that's hard. Okay.
Yeah, I thought it'd be a little bit more challenging.
Ralston's playing by prison rules today. Okay.
Yeah, I thought that was a little bit more challenging. All right, you ready, Virginia?
I'm so ready.
You got 10 seconds here to try to see if you can get a perfect score of 5. Okay, so it's going to help me keep score. All right, here we go. Alaska.
A-K.
Delaware.
D-E.
Connecticut.
C-T.
Michigan.
M-O.
Indiana.
I-N.
Okay, we got 4 out of 5.
You got wow.
Michigan is M-I.
Ooh. Dang.
Yes.
Oh, the witch came to play. She is our traveler, though, Denny.
Oh, yes.
Okay.
Did you forget his name?
I did.
You looked at him and you went, no.
I haven't seen him in so long.
Who are you? Okay, here we go. Next up, this is for you here, Denny's. All right, 5 states. Give me the abbreviations. Perfect score is 5. Virginia got a 4. Okay, here we go. Maryland.
M-Y.
Wyoming.
Y-M.
Arizona.
A-R.
Massachusetts.
M-A.
Washington.
W-A.
Okay, you got 2.
All right.
The last
I felt like
2.
I heard states, though.
Don't be as bad as Denny's.
You got to beat 2.
Come on,
Beat
Bert.
2.
Come on. All right.
Maryland is MD. Wyoming was WY, and Arizona is AZ.
It would be so nice to start off the year not with a loss.
What's that like?
I know. All right, come on. Focus up.
Okay. Jay Bird,
Yes.
you got to at least get 2 to tie up Denny's here.
All right.
All right, here we go. State abbreviation quiz. Perfect score is 5. You got 10 seconds here. Wisconsin.
Whoa. W-O.
Maine.
M-A.
Montana.
M-O.
Arkansas.
A-R.
Louisiana.
L-O.
All right, Jay Bird, your final score was 1.
I messed myself up when I said whoa.
Whoa. Whoa. Wisconsin, W-I, Maine, M-E, Montana, M-T, and Louisiana, Virginia's home state there, L-A.
I'm not listening. No.
He's just growling.
Just write loser on it.
Dennis, can you write loser on Jay Bird's forehead just so we know? He's starting off with the... And we got Al Green keeping score, yes. The first loss of the year goes to Jay Bird.
Oh.
It's still early.
It is.
Are we competing for anything else on the show today?
We could, if you want to. You want to try to make it 2 losses? Is that what we're gunning for?
No, yes, I would like to compete at something.
Why is the only thing that works right in this studio that Sharpie? That works so
It-
good.
yeah,
It really does.
I mean, goodness.
it looks great.
It is bright.
It's murder red.
It's so bright.
Well, you see this list to start off. Every new year, there is a small little university in Michigan. This is the 45th year that they've released their words that should be banished. These are just words that, okay, let's not take these into the new year, or if you want to argue the new decade.
Because they're offensive or just they're stupid? What's the criteria?
It's because people are just tired of them. It's like they're worn out.
Okay.
We've beat them into the ground. They were already probably pretty terrible to start off with. And now just let's stop it. Living my best life.
Oh, gosh. That needs to go.
Let's stop using that one,
I'm
I
over here
suggest.
I'm just living my worst life over here.
Yeah, loser.
Clearly.
Totes is another one they say. It's a totally short version of totally. Totes, stop using that. Jelly, which is a short version of jealous. They say that one needs to go as well. Artisanal, curated, mouthfeel, and other pretentious words that don't really mean much of anything. They say leave those in last year. Don't take them forward. They're also tired of 2 other terms you hear a lot. Quid pro quo, which got burned out at the end of 2019.
I don't even know what that means.
Yeah, what does that mean?
What does that
I saw
mean?
that on a list too.
I heard everybody saying it, and they say it so fast, and I don't want to ask and look dumb.
It's
but
basically this for that. So it's kind of a bargaining thing. You give me this, I'll give you that. It, was ramped up in political talk that happened, so that
We're still confused.
also
Can
made
you
it annoying.
Use it in a sentence.
Yeah, that's not going to help me.
Yeah. And the other word they suggest, stop using influencer.
Oh, that just annoys me so much. The first time I heard it, okay, just you're on social media. Come on.
Right. Now I'm an influencer. That means I get free rooms everywhere I go.
I get quite get pro crow.
Pro.
What?
Pro
Pro.
I don't know. We don't know how to say it.
Yeah, how do you say that?
Quid what did you say?
I don't know.
What?
Quid pro
Crow?
crow. I don't know.
Quid pro.
Quid pro crow.
You don't have to worry about us using it because
I'm
we don't
pro
know
crow,
it.
by the way, just to let you know, in case you're wondering. Yes, I am quid pro crow. It's quo, Quo. Did you guys make any resolutions for this new year for 2020?
I always try to do something.
Okay.
I love the idea of resetting and trying to get refocused on stuff, even though by the third day it's already blown.
It's already gone.
Yeah, but I do like the whole idea of a rebirth.
Okay. Did you make any diet resolution again this year?
I try to just get a little bit better than I did the year before.
There you
And
go.
Sometimes that doesn't work out, but you know what? Life is short, so eat a pizza.
Okay.
I'm going back on quick weight loss. I am the biggest I've ever been, not counting pregnancy. So the wheels have come off the bus and I need to go.
I kind of want to go back a little bit to try to connect with some older relationships from when I was younger that I've kind of let go to the wayside. And I saw some old buddies over the break, and it was nice to reconnect. I think a lot of times in life, you meet a lot of great people, and then they just kind of, you don't connect with them for some reason, and they're awesome, and you don't ever see them. And I'd like to get back to seeing some of those people.
Okay.
One of my resolutions.
So kind of a recommitment.
Yes.
Okay. Well, we asked people, what are the resolutions that people on the KVJ show should have made this new year? Well, people have a lot of advice when it comes to dating. They think Jaybird, you, and Suits need to find a girlfriend, and they think Suits needs to take a singles cruise. That was one of the suggestions.
Ooh.
Thank you for the suggestion.
I could see Suits on a singles cruise.
Mm-hmm.
Totally.
And Brandy even said, Kev, you need more romantic date nights with the Queen. That's actually not a bad, that is a pretty good resolution.
That basically means Kevin needs to get laid.
Yes.
He likes it.
That's really what that means, though.
It does. I saw this thing today because a lot of people make those resolutions about how they're going to get in shape and all that kind of stuff. And they were asking people about, okay, would you give up sex for a year if it meant that you could instantly hit your physical fitness goals and be shredded? And basically 1 in 3 said that they would.
I could do it. I could monk it up and do that.
And I'm like kind of pissed because I'm like, I gave up sex for a year and I'm still not shredded.
I think all three of us could do that. You could probably.
I could, but my marriage would be in the toilet.
If it wasn't for marriage, you could do it.
Yeah. Oh, definitely.
You're not very carnal.
I'm busy.
I'm busy.
See? Exhibit A, Your Honor.
They said Seuss needs to try more foods. It should be the year of his food adventure. And then somebody else said, yeah, I really want to see you guys do the year of adventure. And Jaber and I did talk about this.
You did.
We talked all this hype about 2019, and it was actually the year of lame.
This is actually the real year of adventure.
The real year of adventure.
Me and Kevin had a little meeting over the break, and we were talking about, what do you think about this? Us starting off January, sort of on the adventure tip, but a little bit not as dangerous. Me and him trying a motorcycle, trying to learn how to ride a motorcycle. I got leather outfits.
I could see Kevin driving it. You're more of a sidecar kind of guy, Bird. You don't need to be
Sidecar
driving.
Pennington.
Sidecar Pennington does not need to be driving the motorcycle.
It's happening, Witch. I'm sorry. You can either be with me or against me, but either way, it's happening. We're going to get on some
Can I
hogs.
get a policy on you real quick?
And I think we got to go Harleys, right? You got to go.
Here's the issue, though.
Yeah.
The two people that I reached out that have motorcycles, they both have sold their motorcycles. So we need a guru. We need a teacher, and we need a teacher that's got a hog, baby. We need a Harley teacher.
Yeah. I think our goal should be is that you and I learn how to ride a motorcycle. But I think we'd have to get don't you have to get a special motorcycle license?
I think you do, yeah. I think
Okay.
it's a special little number or letter on your license.
Oh, it is? Okay, yeah.
But
So
I mean,
we might have to just go to a closed course thing to do it.
Yeah, we'll do it. Can we do that renegade style, or should I not say that on the air?
We're going to break the law, and here's how we're going to do
I
it.
didn't know that. Now we're going to go get this.
Oh, yeah, we're going to do a big bit on the air. Jaber's going to take a Harley on I-95. Somebody's going to call in the cops right away. He's going to get pulled over.
Well, I just know how this works. Now we're getting paperwork. We're never going to do it now. That's why.
Well, I think you go on a closed course, and then there you do it, and that's all just about learning it.
Okay, yeah.
The one thing that I was thinking about doing, and this, I figure, what you need to do is you got to do something that makes you very nervous, Virginia. And I saw this thing where they've got this competition going on to see who can catch the most pythons here. It's sponsored by the Super Bowl.
Yeah, the Super Bowl is going to, it's the Python Bowl.
Yes. The Python Bowl is basically what it is and what it's called, and they're going to be offering a whole bunch of like cash and prizes and all that stuff. It's starting on January 19th. It's going to be in the Everglades. They're giving away like ATVs and cash. $2,000 goes to both the longest and heaviest python. And the whole public can jump in. It's just $25, but you got to score at least an 80 on this online training course to qualify. So I guess you got to know something about, how to catch a python. Then obviously you got to kill them too. And so they, have a guideline on how to do it humanely, the most humane way to do it.
Of course.
So that's kind of what it's all about. But my thought for the year of adventure was if we could find one, somebody teach us, and then we have to catch a python.
Blindfolded.
You or the python?
I love this. Let's bring it. We need a motorcycle. We need a python.
That's the
Why
two
don't we
things
just put
need.
a python in your sidecar? Call it good.
And then I wanted to throw out one other thing. Jaybird keeps talking about skydiving, Virginia. And as I was looking at the year coming up, this is a leap year. February 29th is leap day.
I mean, how topical is that?
Virginia, come on.
Leap out of the plane together as a
come
unit.
on,
KVJ,
everybody.
Blood in, blood out. We do this as a unit. We grow together.
I've talked about this with you before, and you've tried to convince me to do it. I don't want to jump out of a plane. I am a wuss. I'm going on record.
I am petrified of heights to the point where I shouldn't even be having this conversation, but I will do this for solidarity and to get we need to get connected as a show, and this is the kind of stuff that will bring us real close.
Yeah.
And then if we did die, we die together.
Yes. So it's not like they would pair us up with somebody new. They just have to replace the entire show.
The sales department could sell our funeral
I mean,
cake.
come on. Did you want some weird new host you'd have to get used to?
Yeah.
I told you what the paramedics out in Loxahatchee
Oh, I don't
call
care.
the skydivers.
Whatever.
They call them
it's
lawn
a joke.
darts.
When's the last time you saw on the news somebody died out there skydiving?
Yeah, why are you hanging out with negative paramedics for? You want positive paramedics.
Paramedics tell the truth.
Okay.
I am in.
So 3 challenges I want to try to do here in the next 3 months.
Okay.
Catch a python, ride a motorcycle, and jump out of a plane.
You tell me what you want first. You want python?
I think the python, if we could do it, that's because that's topical. That's going on right now. Then we can work on the motorcycle stuff, and then we can do the skydiving after that.
We do need a motorcycle and a motorcycle teacher. And we also need a python.
And somebody who doesn't mind us wrecking their motorcycle.
And an airplane. We need it all, actually.
We need a lot of help.
Yeah, we do.
Good luck. For everybody making a resolution this year, we've got a song for you.
Oh, yeah, I was talking to your sisters, and we got some ideas for you.
For what?
For your life.
So you guys are making my resolutions for me?
We're making suggestions, Jaybird. One thing you gotta do is quit drinking, Jason. You come off like a bum and sound like a wino.
I'm not gonna party this year. That's a lie. Because I'm currently drinking a beer. And I'm high. I already blew it. I was gonna quit drinking, but I said screw it. I already blew my resolutions.
Yeah, you gotta start eating healthier, Jason. You're not a young man anymore.
I was going to exercise, but those pies and those french fries caught my eyes. So I ate them instead. I didn't make it to the gym cause I fell asleep in my bed. I already blew it. I was gonna exercise, but instead I said screw it. I already blew my resolution.
Now
Get the info on everything that's going on with us at kvjshow.com.
A couple of the biggest resolutions that people are going to make. It is about eating healthier. Maybe it's stop smoking if people are still smoking. Apparently they are, because did you hear about U-Haul's new no smoking policy, Virginia?
I did not, but I was shocked in both Nashville and Louisiana how many people are still smoking in other parts of the country. It's not like here in Florida. No. Florida got the message. You got to tell some of them middle states what's up.
It's crazy. I remember when I was moving cross country. I'd lived in California where nobody smokes either, and I stopped at a McDonald's in Joplin, Missouri, and even the people working the fry machine were smoking. It was crazy. Like, what the heck is going on in here?
It's really insane when you think about back in the day, it was normal for restaurants to have half smoking, half not.
A smoking section.
And they had that invisible, okay, what is it like? How is the air different? You know, it does kind of waft.
Oh, well, there's a wooden partition, Kevin.
There wouldn't even be that. It would be like the next booth over all of a sudden is magically the non-smoking section.
I mean, the nerve to say that there's a smoking section and it's not going to affect the other people.
Other parts of this country still smoke.
And they have the same thing, like a smoking section?
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, yeah.
Well, U-Haul has said that it's going to stop hiring people who use nicotine in the 21 states, including Florida, where companies are allowed to consider tobacco use when making hiring decisions.
Huh.
So if you're trying to work for U-Haul here in Florida, if you smoke, they are not going to employ you. Now, apparently in these 21 states, including Florida, they allow employers to deny somebody employment based on their nicotine usage. Some people are calling it discrimination, saying that your employer can't dictate what you do on your own time, but others say, hey, it's smart because it's going to cause their insurance costs to go down.
And less smoke breaks, it's more productivity.
True. Yeah, they do that.
But I'm sure the nicotine people are upset.
Oh, big
sure
time.
There's a hashtag behind it.
They're saying, don't step on, what I do. Do you think it is reasonable, and could and should businesses start saying, you know what, we're going to cut out those smoke breaks. There's going to be no smoking while you're on the clock. Because this isn't your time, this is our time.
Well, everyone's different how they handle smoke breaks too. I know some companies if you're taking a smoke break, everyone knows about it and it's clocked out and people know you're a smoker. There's no secrets about it. There's other places where it's kind of loose and no one knows who's smoking and there's no accountability. It depends on who you're working for.
Yeah.
If you get an hour for lunch, though, but yet you take 4 smoke breaks throughout the day, I mean, if those are 10 minutes each, that's 40 minutes you're smoking, and then you got an hour for lunch.
You'll be very annoyed with people if you are working and they're constantly doing smoking. You're going to people be annoyed.
Everybody who's not taking those smoke breaks is like, well, can I just leave for 10 minutes and have my own private time?
I think what they tell you is you can go ahead and take your own little wellness break or your water break or whatever your break might be. You can take the same amount of time as a smoker from what you're doing.
Go check on yourself.
Yes.
Ask yourself how you're doing.
As Oprah would say, remove yourself and be always aware of your well-being at any moment. So, yeah, it's controversial in a lot of states, and I'm sure smokers are going to fight it. It'll be interesting to see how it goes as the war against smokers continues in a lot of different states.
Smokers, they defend their smoking to the death, man.
Literally.
They do. They really do.
And maybe cutting back on the food or the fast food or the junk food might be one of your resolutions. Maybe.
Okay, I thought you were about to tell me there's a law. They're trying to tell me you can only get X amount of Big Macs per setting.
No, but this is somebody that is trying to maybe, if this is true, shortchange your fast food addiction. If you love your French fries. There was a Reddit thread, I don't know if you saw this, Jay Bird, about a McDonald's employee that said there was a secret way of cheating you out of a regular amount of fries.
Wow, that's dirty.
Shady.
If there's any truth to this. Now, they claim in this Reddit thread that there is a pinching method that employees use to make it look like there are more French fries in your carton than there actually are.
Oh.
And then one customer on the thread said that he actually went to a McDonald's and shook the fries out into his bag and poured them back into the fry carton himself, and it only filled up halfway. And he showed the attendant, and they're like, going, okay, we'll get you more fries.
Wow.
So he apparently got hip to the game. I don't know exactly what the pinching technique is, and maybe you pinch the bottom of the wrapper, and then the fries sit up top, and then they don't go all the way down to the bottom.
Yeah, you could do that, too, because it's like cardboard. You could pinch it.
Can I talk to Fat Kevin real quick?
Sure.
In fact, Kevin, how excited were you when you would eat fast food as a kid and you thought all of your fries were gone? And then, oh, wait a minute, let me check the bag real quick. Oh, there's 11 fries left?
No,
You're
exciting.
Yeah.
Fat Kev always checked the bag first. I knew that trick. Not one.
Fat Kev ate the bag.
Not one went unattended. So I don't know if there's any truth to that. Maybe we can back that up. Does McDonald's use a pinching technique? And if they do, then do they still do the cartons of fries?
Yeah, they do. And
Kevin has no idea how fries come.
I don't. Yeah,
You're
McDonald's
adorable.
fries. Yeah, I have no idea.
My whole thing is, what's in it for the fry person? I mean, do they care that they're saving fries?
I don't think so, yeah.
Why, is it out of laziness? Or are they have a fry agenda? I don't know.
It just seems like extra effort you probably wouldn't want to take on.
Yeah, it's no skin off their back. They're getting paid regardless of if they give you your fry quotient or not.
Are you healthy, Virginia, the first week back?
Yes.
No breakfast today?
I'm back on quick weight loss.
Okay, so it's there's no shot of breakfast today with you. All right.
No, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
You guys coming in all healthy, guns a-blazing?
I need to make some changes. If you've seen what I ate over the break, you'd be like, girl, stop.
There's no way, there's not one person on this show that ate worse than me. I'd bet my life on it. No one ate better or worse than me.
Ate better or worse?
No one ate worse than me.
I had about a dozen fried pork balls for breakfast yesterday.
Ooh.
Top that.
Ooh, that sounds good. A couple of texts that came in here, 877-979-WRMF. Somebody said the Palm Beach County School District charges employees that smoke a tobacco surcharge.
Interesting.
Is it because you're talking about that insurance thing?
I think so, because I think, yeah, you do get charged more for insurance, and that is one of the concerns that goes on with that. But, somebody else makes up the point. This was the first thing I thought was, okay, if that's an insurance issue, what about people who maybe drink or drink too much, or people who are overweight or obese? Still kind of the same thing. How do you single one group out that has an unhealthy habit when you ignore the others?
And if anyone that does not have an unhealthy habit, people are annoyed with you.
I don't know anybody.
Oh, I know. People are annoyed with me. Like, stop. Yeah, so there you go. Anything else you want to add to the list? 877-979-WRMF, or anybody you need to call out. Boy, we got a long list of stuff. I know Jaybird has got somebody he needs to call out.
Oh, I'm calling out an entire neighborhood.
Yeah. Oh, my gosh. And I've got so many from that next door. Oh, my gosh. Everybody, it's causing a war in our neighborhood. I mean, people are about ready to go into the streets and start fist fighting, Virginia.
It's a war next door.
Oh, it's amazing stuff I got for you coming up next. Okay, starting off 2020. Got to get it right, people. What are people doing that they need to stop doing? You can call people out for it right now. 877-979-WRMF. 877-979-9763. Always talking about bad dog owners. Jaybird, you got to call out one right now.
I got to call out the whole neighborhood. I don't know what the hell's going on where I live at, but people are letting their dogs run amok without leashes. And over the break, I'm walking Chewy, and a pit bull is off of its leash. The owner's nowhere in sight, and it is trying to get into a fight with Chewy.
Oh no!
I had to
put him up.
I had to block the pit bull from jumping on Chewy. In the midst of all that, Chewy ends up pulling one of his leg muscles, so I had to carry Chewy all the way back home. But Chewy had been limping for a week because of that.
Oh. Chewy got a hammy?
Chewy got a hammy pull because this damn dog was trying to fight him.
That sucks. If you have a dog who is aggressive or even just excited, you can't let him run loose because he's going to hurt other dogs.
I guess my question,
or people, or kids.
My quick question is this, because I don't know the protocol. When another dog approaches your dog when it's not on a leash and it looks like it's about to jump and cause some kind of fight, what am I supposed to do? Because all I could do was react, try to block the dog from getting to Chewy, because I didn't know what was going to happen.
That's all you can do.
Yeah.
What else are you supposed to do?
I guess so. If you were watching that incident from your window, it looked horrific.
Yeah, I've had that situation out before with a dog, and it is tough.
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to always try to protect Chewy. I'm not trying to hurt the other dog by any means. I'm just trying to...
But if the other dog is the aggressor, I think you can do whatever necessary to protect your pet.
Mm-hmm. Protect your pet first. Got to.
Chewy's not the aggressor. Sweet Chewy.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I got a call out as well.
Get 'em.
And I don't know if this is worthy of a call out,
Dennis,
but
you sound like you're a little heated.
He's really
I want to take a breath first.
Well,
yeah.
I want to take you through this experience and see if you guys think this is something worthy of a call out.
Okay.
But I was flying out from Colorado to Florida, and on my flight, our flight was delayed for It said catastrophic mechanical failure, where they had to completely replace a part of this plane. Right. So it delayed my flight an hour and a half. I had a 2-hour layover in Chicago where I was flying to. So I figured I could still make it. Right. So I get on the plane after an hour and a half, and I'm like worried now about making my next flight, my connecting flight. And while I'm sitting there, I'm in the next row right past first class. And a first class family came on late, and they had so many bags, and they wanted to keep them all together. So the stewardess lady, or the flight attendant, came up to me and told me, hey, is it cool if we green ticket your bags? We'll put them under the plane so we could fit the family stuff in there, which overspilled into our row.
Oh, okay.
So I've never heard of that. But I told him, I said, I have a connecting flight that I'm really worried about getting connected to. And she goes, don't worry. She's like, I don't think you're going to make that flight anyway. Was her comment to me.
Don't worry.
And I was like, well, we're still pretty good if we jump in the air. The time I should get there in the layover, I should have 10 minutes to still make it to the gate. And she goes, well, we'll make sure you get your bag first. I don't think you're going to make it, but if you do, we'll make sure you get your bag. Oh. So I was so annoyed by this, right? Yeah. Anyway, in the air, we got like a headwind, I guess they call it. We ended up getting there right as I got there 10 minutes before my flight was boarding.
Okay.
So I still would have had time to make it.
Plenty.
So I'm waiting in the thing that you exit the plane in, and my bag is not coming. They can't find it. And I end up missing my flight because they took so long. And the next flight wasn't until 9 p.m.
Oh, no.
And I landed at 2:30.
Oh, no.
Yeah, that's a call out. You kidding
So
me?
I was so mad, and I went to the lady, and they upgraded me to first class so that to ease
So you
my,
can bump somebody else's bag?
basically. And I told her, I was like, I'll take first class because first class bumped my bag, and I definitely don't want my bag getting bumped. Well, anyway, so the second flight, I would have had to wait till 9. They ended up finding me a connecting flight back to Texas, which is what I ended up doing. I ended up flying
All
back.
because you got your bag bumped.
All because I got a bump, so they wanted to treat me nice and put me in first class. On the second flight, I didn't realize you could drink as much as you wanted in first class. There was a business party that bought out the row in front of me and the row that I was in, except for my seat. They got so blasted that the guy was so blacked out drunk, he kept turning on my air conditioning. And the plane is freezing, so I'm like shivering. So I keep turning it off, but he was
the worst first class trip ever.
He kept forgetting, and he kept turning it back on for 19 times, and I had to keep telling him. It was such an awful flight.
That's terrible.
Yeah, that's a call out.
That is a call out. That's not cool.
It was not cool. That lady's like, well, you're probably not going to make your flight, so does it really matter?
Gosh.
Yeah, you're not as important as the people that are coming in first class.
I would love to have seen you talking to them when you were all heated.
Yeah.
What did that look like?
I flared up.
I'm so mad.
That's just not cool.
That's not cool at all.
Yeah. I saw a lot of stuff going on holiday related over the break. That next door thing that I always talk about that I get on. I get emails all the time. I can see all the conversations happening in my neighborhood.
The fights.
It's nothing but all it is nothing but a call them out page. And these people now start realizing where everybody lives, and now they want to fight in the streets. Somebody was putting the Christmas trees in dumpsters. About caused a fist fight.
People take their
gosh.
dumpsters real seriously.
Yes. Firing guns in the air on New Year's Eve.
Oh my gosh. Who would
Somebody
do
was
that?
doing that in the neighborhood. There was a chick in Delray that got a bullet in her leg. Somebody fired a gun up in the air, yeah.
You should be seriously arrested and thrown in jail for a long time. If you're so dumb as to fire a bullet in the air, what are you, an idiot?
I don't know, man. I think by where me and Kevin live, I think there were some bullets being flown. I swear, it sounded like guns on New Year's Eve.
We don't know necessarily if it's fireworks or if it's gunfire.
You really don't.
You're right.
I'm telling you, that is the time to murder somebody. That's my little murder advice for
That
the day.
and the 4th of July.
2 great days to murder if you're doing a gun. We got an email here from Jesus wants to leave it at A. My husband and I want to call out. We had to share a room with my sister and her husband during the Christmas break when we went on a vacation. It takes me about 15 minutes to fall asleep. I close my eyes and I start hearing some bed squeaking and heavy breathing. We're in the same room. Yeah. Call them out. That's not good vacation etiquette.
You can't do that in the same room.
I've had that happen.
Oh.
Staying in a room with other people. It's so awful.
Another email we got. Somebody said, I want to call out my cousin who decided to get married on New Year's Eve in New York. The trip was ridiculously expensive. And what makes all these people think that we want to ring in the new year with you? Because of the cost, we had to majorly cut back on Christmas gifts for the kids. I'm doing this to let people know that if you're thinking about getting married on a holiday, don't. So there you go.
It's twice as expensive to travel.
Joe Ponton is on here. He's got somebody he needs to call out. What's up, Joe?
How you doing, guys? Been a long time.
Ponton! It's been a while. Yes, I know we're getting called out for our vacation, but do you have something that you need to call out here today?
Yeah, so I was at Brooklyn Water Bagel yesterday, and there was this guy there with two of his two sons. And they weren't being rowdy or anything, but they were wanting to see the people making the bagels. And he ordered a cube stub, which is the plastic cup that you get the coffee with the ice in it. And he thought they were being, I guess, disorderly. He starts beating these kids on the head with his cup, loud enough where it was echoing through the store. And I was at the register. I turned around, like, what the hell is this guy doing? And he comes up and he goes, the cup you gave me is cracked. And I said, that's because he's been beating his kids with it. And he said, that would have made a real mess had I went and got my coffee with it. And I said, well, maybe you shouldn't be beating your kids with it as he's walking away. I was just like, what an asshat.
Yeah. When you see terrible people mean to
Beat
kids.
him with a cup?
I mean, come on, man. Yeah, that's crazy. There you go. Let's call them out.
It is very weird when you see that go down in public.
Like, really? Do you not realize people can see you?
I don't think people care, Virginia.
I saw someone that owned a haircut place. These kids were being all unruly, and they weren't his kids, and they wouldn't leave. They were like 8 or 9, and the person that owned the haircut place got up and just started smacking and beating him with a broom. I'm like, oh my gosh.
Jeez.
And Laura emailed in a positive and a negative call out here. The positive, the man in front of me with a few more than 10 items in the 10 items or less aisle let me go first with my 4 items.
That's
That's
nice.
a positive call out. That's something very nice. The negative, the cashier mistakenly put all of his items on my Amex, and I came home to a notification that the 4 bags of coconut flakes cost me $68.
Aw, man.
There you go. The good and the bad. Something to add to it, 877-979-WRMF.
This is 97.9 WRMF Palm Beach.
Talking about some of the call 'em outs. Somebody had a call 'em out for people firing their guns up in the air, and somebody texted in, I don't know if you knew this, Virginia, but in New Orleans, where you just were yesterday, apparently the first 2 hours of New Year, all emergency personnel have to wear bulletproof helmets because so many people shoot their guns up in the air.
Jeez, that's scary.
That's crazy, isn't it? Yeah, because, I mean, hey, what goes up must come down. That's the thing with bullets. They come down and hit people.
It's the dumbest thing ever.
Another call 'em out. Somebody texted in, said, yeah, I want to call out the Nasty Humans. Decided to get it on our car on New Year's Eve/morning. We saw them on a ring cam, and they took off running when a car drove up.
On your own car?
Also calling out the neighbor that didn't say anything to us or them because he was the one who pulled up and saw them.
He didn't want to get involved.
And calling out our other neighbor who was using a table saw at 9:30 a.m. on a Sunday or 9:30 p.m. on a Sunday night. In 10 p.m., like when you gotta shut it down if you're doing anything crazy.
So. Up until 10, I think you can still use a table saw.
What's the rule on the weekend in the morning? What time can you start working on stuff to wake people up? Because there's one person at 7 a.m. that likes to start doing stuff.
That person's a terrorist.
That's what I kind of thought.
Yeah, if it's Saturday or Sunday, people like to sleep in. If you do anything before 9 a.m., you are the devil.
I feel like Sunday, 10 a.m., and then everything is good.
Yeah. I think 10 a.m. in the morning and 10 p.m. at night, right?
Yeah.
It's the hashtag Be Cool hours.
You're right.
And this started a massive fight on my Nextdoor page, Virginia. This post, there's like 80 comments on this. It said, my next door neighbor got a basketball hoop and I hear the ball bouncing on the patio for hours daily, even with the windows shut. I like to be able to open the windows now that it's cooler out. The noise is really annoying. Are basketball hoops even allowed on the sandalwood patios?
They are. There's a ton of them.
And so they're all upset. And they go, what do you want them to do? Be out in the, gang banging and doing drugs? least they're playing basketball. And so that just started the whole fight of basketball hoops and patios.
But you can't absolutely. You would hear somebody playing basketball the entire time.
And they got into in our neighborhood. They've taken the rims off of the basketball hoops, Virginia, because apparently, fights were happening on the court and people they're doing drugs and getting it on. And so, yeah, it's a big old fight.
Sounds fun.
Oh, it's good stuff. I'm telling you.
There's a ton of basketball hoops by where we live at in the Sandalwood development.
Well, it's causing a fight. If you see people fist fighting in the streets today when you go home, it's probably over the basketball hoops.
By the way, the barnacle-nosed ducks are back. They are.
That was another, yeah.
I know because you had
the duck trapper.
Yeah, they seem to be back, and they were a lot. There was a lot of them around.
Time to call it the duck trapper. Look out! Start another fight on the next door page.
It's the KVJ Dirt of the Day. It's the KVJ Dirt of the Day. Virginia, take it away, because you know we need that Dirt of the Day.
Well, Kevin, I know you're a big DaBaby fan.
My daughter is, yes. She loves DaBaby.
You're going to be disappointed in DaBaby because DaBaby's been bad. DaBaby needs
we
a
spank
spanking.
DaBaby? Okay.
DaBaby needs to be put in timeout. I'll tell you coming up in a second what DaBaby did now.
Okay.
Before we get into that, Adele looks great. Have you seen pictures of her?
Yes, I saw this yesterday on TMZ.
Good
it
for
was
you,
her
Adele.
vacationing.
Yes.
All the headlines I saw, the internet is divided by Adele's new shocking appearance.
They say she lost over 40 pounds, and she wanted to be an example for her son, and that's why she did it. Good for her.
It's so funny when people lose weight. They get shamed for losing weight.
Yeah.
Why?
She was getting shamed for losing weight.
You can't win.
You cannot
Well,
win.
they were saying she looks unhealthy and whatever it might be.
Anytime you lose 40 pounds because you were overweight, that's a good thing. Y'all sit down and leave Adele
That's what
alone.
I'm talking about.
I love these people who really probably have no degrees or any basis or whatever. They know what your health is just by simply looking at a photo of you.
Stop it right now.
Yeah.
There's a lawsuit that Miley Cyrus just had to pay out on for her song We Can't Stop. Oh, I love that song. Apparently, she stole like the little reggae riff in it and now has to pay a guy that claimed he wrote it.
This Miley Cyrus you're talking about? I listened to this song. This thing sounds nothing like her song. I mean, nothing like it. There's a phrase he says in the song, and she took the phrase and slightly changed the words a little bit. But if you listen to that song and compare it to Miley's, it's not even close.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They do this with like every song that comes out now.
I think the thing that got her was the fact that she used those words in there, and it's kind of hard to say. I've never heard that song before when you have that kind of expression in it.
Gotcha. Rod Stewart and his son got into a little altercation at the Breakers on New Year's Eve. Did you see this story?
Yeah, I did.
So I guess they were disagreeing with the security guard about a private area they wanted access to.
Yeah, if, there's kind of like a checkpoint where, and I know it well, because the riffraff like me who goes wandering in there trying to get access to places always gets stopped at this thing and turned away.
It's the beach club.
Yes.
They want to see your room key or they want to have your name on a list.
Right.
Because it is a members only private beach club and you have to be staying there or a member there.
Yeah.
So Rod Stewart's not a member?
Well, what had happened was there was something that went on with the checkpoint, and maybe it was his son that it sounded like started it with the person who was working the checkpoint. If anybody is there and you want to give us some inside information, let us definitely know what happened. But from what I could tell, probably what happened was his son didn't have his room key or something like that to prove that he was staying at the Breakers. And the guy was just doing his job because people were trying to sneak through. Like I was
People
trying to
like
do with
Kevin.
Like I was doing with my son the next day to go check out Eli Manning. So, that happens often, and I'm usually the one that's doing it. And so I think he called him out, and then his son, I think, shoved that guy.
Uh-oh.
And then I think Rod popped him in the chops.
Yeah, and I think Rod apologized the next day. Who knows? Maybe there was some alcohol. We don't know.
Probably, but yeah, they got them both on like a simple battery charge. I think they got to come back to court early February.
They do, and the video surveillance footage has been looked at by the police, and they say the security's account of what happened is backed up by the video. So it sounds like Rod and his son were the aggressors, and they might be in a little trouble, but I'm sure they can pay a fine and get a little slap on the wrist.
I mean, what's the worst that's going to happen to them?
They are probably not going to be in trouble.
No.
DaBaby. Now, DaBaby is in trouble. He was just released from jail after starting a whole dramatic fight in the Dallas airport food court where he slapped somebody, and now just got arrested for beating up a concert promoter. So the concert promoter owed DaBaby 30 grand for a performance, but the promoter only showed up with 20 grand. So DaBaby and his crew beat the guy up, took his iPhone and his credit cards, and you can't do that.
DaBaby's worth $3 million.
Okay.
Yeah, he's kind of, he's just kind of getting going right now. One of them, he was arrested. This is on Miami Beach, right? This is the one?
This new one with the concert promoter is in Miami. The other one in Dallas was in the airport and the food court.
Oh, wow. I mean, now
He's
that we got
causing
Kodak.
trouble everywhere.
He's like the new Kodak Black.
And that's what's going on in your dirt of the day.
It's time for viral audio.
So hide your kids, hide your wife. Double rainbow all the way across the sky. Ain't nobody got time for that.
You can really kind of tell which news network you're watching based on how they were handling the commentary by Ricky Gervais at the Golden Globes last night.
Yes.
Where he kind of really started things off and kind of popped off about bringing your politics up here. He kind of went off just to let the celebrities, because, with everything that was going on and, Trump, of course, making some more noise, and there's happening some controversial stuff in the world. He basically said, skip the politics. He said, just accept your little award, thank your agent and your God, and F off.
We have that clip if you want it.
Yes.
Apple roared into the TV game with a morning show, a superb drama about the importance of dignity and doing the right thing, made by a company that runs sweatshops in China. So, well, you say you're woke, but the companies you work for, I mean, unbelievable. Apple, Amazon, Disney. If ISIS started a streaming service, you'd call your agent, wouldn't you? So, if you do win an award tonight, don't use it as a platform to make a political speech, right? You're in no position to lecture the public about anything. You know nothing about the real world. Most of you spent less time in school than Greta Thunberg. So, if you win, right, come up, accept your little award, thank your agent and your God, and
I don't think they like that.
Well, I couldn't really take it. The one meme that's going around, did you see Tom Hanks's face from the thing? He made like an expression like, yeah, with the commentary, and everybody's using that kind of as a meme today. So I don't know if he was like, oh my gosh.
Well, the publications that are calling him out saying, oh my gosh, this is terrible, he went too far, they're very, very overly liberal.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. You can definitely tell which agency you're watching on how they handled it. Some are saying, yes, finally, we are tired of celebrities talking about politics, and other people going, he went too far. One of the big winners, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, won the most awards with 3. Here's Brad Pitt joking about something Leo DiCaprio did with his mom. What?
I also have to thank my partner in crime, LDC. I wouldn't be here without you, man. I thank you. Still, I would have shared the raft. I wanted to bring my mom, but I couldn't because any woman I stand next to, they say I'm dating, and just be awkward.
Yeah, okay. All right, there you go. So that's some of the stuff that happened there.
Pitt got him in stitches up there.
Yeah, he did. I thought you said that movie wasn't that good.
I don't know. It was okay. It was long, and I guess it was great acting. I don't think you would like that movie.
Interesting.
I don't know. You might.
I didn't watch it based on your review.
Oh, do not do that.
Yeah.
You panned it. I didn't watch it.
Don't say that, because now somebody's going to write an email to the show. Jason does not know about movies. Don't listen to that asshat. Blah, blah, blah. He's so dumb. No, watch it.
Signed Denny's.
Watch it yourself. You may like. It was not a bad movie by any means. It just was kind of a movie you're watching. The ending surprised me, which is a good thing, I guess.
I will tell you, I think you had recommended it first, and other people had suggested on Netflix. I did watch many episodes of The Movies That Made Us.
So cozy.
They did one on Home Alone, which I started on because it was right around Christmas, and I watched all the behind the scenes of making that and how it was made in how it was made in a high school, and how they did like the water part in the pool, the high school, and all this kind of great stuff. And then I went and I watched the one on Ghostbusters. as well, too. And, what it was like trying to get Bill Murray there and how Eddie Murphy was supposed to be part of the cast originally to start
That was
off.
a really good one. I loved that one, and the Dirty Dancing one was really good.
Yeah, I haven't seen that one yet, but if you're on Netflix, the movies that made us, if you grew up in the 80s and watched a lot of those movies, there's some really cool specials on there.
Apparently, Jennifer Grey hated Patrick Swayze, did not want anything to do with him because they were on a movie Red Dawn together. He had to quietly have a private meeting with her. It was this big thing I never knew about.
Yeah. Coming up here in just a couple of minutes, we tried to get Rod Stewart for this, but unfortunately he's unavailable. Going to play a fun little round of something called spin boxing.
Ooh.
Yes.
We get to punch things?
We get to punch each other, Virginia.
Oh.
Who's going up first?
We're going to have you and Denny's in our first matchup here today of spin boxing.
Miho versus Miho?
Yes.
I love him, but I'm going to knock his head off. I mean, Peace Train doesn't know what's going to hit him, and it hurts me to do this.
Okay, now if I'm doing the analysis on this fight, yeah, I think you would probably land the harder punch. But again, there's something about maintaining your balance, which I think is playing against you. And that's where, if you're talking about the odds on this, Denny's could maybe just try to stand up and you fall down and he actually wins without even having to throw a punch.
That lobby floor is very slippery. It's almost like ice in there.
Take off your shoes and do it barefoot.
You think I should?
I do.
I will. I'll fall, though. I'll definitely fall that way. Do I give him the... That's how I take a dive?
I don't know. All my money's on you. I'm riding you winning this thing to the end.
Okay, do you think he'll land more than one punch in 10 seconds, Virginia?
I think he'll land 2.
Okay.
I think he'll land 2, and Denny's won't land nothing.
So they're 10-second rounds is what you're telling me?
10-second rounds.
I'm putting $20 on you. What you got, Ralston?
You're putting
$20 on the bird.
Okay, now I really have to try to take Denny's head off.
$20 on the bird, okay.
Hey, Peace Train, I'm head hunting.
Yeah. That's pretty good.
Poor guy's out there. He has to set up the camera and then get his ass kicked.
Yeah.
He's got to run the behind the scenes and get beat up.
He really does.
Who's going to work back from vacation and that's your day?
I'm not saying I'm a better fighter than Denny's. I'm not. But I know that I'm going to go into this thing with way more intensity than he does.
For people wondering why we take 2 weeks off, we had to heal.
Do you want me out there now?
I'm going to have you go here in just a second. I'm going to give people a chance to fire up their Facebook Live. We're going to get to that because we're going to need people to judge in case we've got 2 competitors standing at the end. It's got to be okay. Then it goes to that. If there's not a technical knockout or a knockout in this spin boxing, then you got to revert to the judges.
Did you want the sweet sounds of one Virginia Sinicki commentating?
She's going to be doing the play-by-play. So we got Virginia on play-by-play. First round, we've got Denny's and Jaber are going to be going at it. And then, who knows, maybe we could throw Suits into the mix as well if we got time.
I have eaten so much ice cream over the holiday. I'm putting a little weight behind my punches.
You're in the heavyweight category?
She's a heavy hitter.
Okay, if you want to see the spin boxing round, down into Facebook Live to check it out next. The rules of spin boxing are this. Our competitors must spin around for 10 whole seconds in place. And then at that point, you say ding, ding, and then they will box for 10 seconds. We've got our judges watching on Facebook Live. If there's not a knockout, they will determine who the winner is, okay?
There will be blood.
Oh, no doubt. Okay, all right. I believe we're ready to go. Have our competitors to get to the opposite corners, if you would, Virginia.
All right, competitors, get in opposite corners, please. You're going to spin for 10 seconds, fast as you can, staying in one spot. And then you're going to just start duking it out.
Okay.
If there's not a technical knockout, the audience will judge on Facebook who is the winner. I want a fair fight. I want a clean fight. Knock his block off, Jay Bird. All right, they're ready, Kevin.
Okay. All right, let's see how it goes here. Round 1 of spin boxing, Jaybird versus Denny's. Tell our competitors on your mark.
Get
set.
Get set.
And spin.
Spin.
Okay, here they go. They're going to be spinning for 10 seconds. Jaybird always spins with his arms out straight. Okay, you got 5 seconds?
Okay.
Not yet, not yet.
They're both dizzy, but Bird swings and misses. Bird swings and connects. Oh, my gosh. Several haymakers, but oh, my gosh. Bird is connecting with Denny's face. Denny's has yet to connect. I think Denny's just...
And stop. Okay.
Oh, okay, that's it. See your corners. See your corners. See your corners.
Wow.
Oh, my God.
Boy, Jaybird came out firing. My goodness. Look at him trying to hit like that. Wow.
Whoa.
Okay.
Round one. I don't know, Kevin. That was a good fight.
Well, Denny's connected right at the end with an amazing shot. Somebody said, actually, the Steve Harvey cardboard cutout did better than Denny's.
People said Steve Harvey did better than Denny. Good one.
Okay. All right. Jaybird is the winner of round one. Okay. So we got Suits is going to be heading out there. We're going to dial it up here in just a second. It's going to be round two. Okay. Have our competitors get ready to spin, and then you tell them when to start boxing. Okay, Virginia?
Okay, when I say ding, 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 that's when you start boxing. Okay, you're going to spin in 3, 2, 1, go. And that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Ding, ding, ding. Start fighting. Oh, gosh.
Okay, 10
Jaybird
seconds.
hit for the groin.
Oh, Suits is down.
On the ground.
Suits is down.
Jaybird is merciless.
It looks like we have got a knockout in 3 seconds. It's all over, everybody. It's all over.
You lost a shoe.
Ow! There's a lot of dumbass criminals to talk about, baby. It's the whacked out news. People breaking the law. Ha ha, fighting in the nude. Ha, drunk people pooping in the street. Ha ha, it's the whacked out news. So many people on meth. Ow!
Oh, there are so many people on meth. Especially if you're talking about the great state of Kentucky. There was a woman there who took a pee test. And the pee test came back that she was collie.
She used dog urine.
She used dog urine.
She's a crafty one.
Oh, she is a crafty one. Yeah, she.
Now, do you make your dog pee in a cup? And what was that like?
I can only imagine, yes. Her probation officer learned that she had snuck in her pet dog's urine. Don't know exactly how she got it. She tried to pass it off as her own. It came back suspicious. And then when they started questioning her, she said, well, I would have failed anyway. I've taken a lot of meth lately.
At least she was honest.
Yeah, you know.
How long does meth stay in your system?
Great question. I have no idea.
I'm on it.
All right.
Social experiment?
Let us know. If anybody has any idea, or if you live in Kentucky, call us and let us know what's up.
I was just there. I told you my dad moved because his neighbor was cooking meth. And the neighbor went to jail.
Wow.
And while the neighbor was in jail, my dad sold his house. He's like, I'm out of here.
I don't know where you're going to move to unless you move out of Kentucky. I know my old area, that tri-state area, like Southern Ohio, where I'm from, and West Virginia, and it's, oh my gosh, Virginia.
Meth.
Every other house is meth.
That is a messed up situation.
It's methed up.
I think it gets out of your system relatively quick.
Yeah? So she could just use her own urine, huh?
Just wait a day, girl.
She'd have to milk the dog? Okay.
There's a lot of literature on meth. Now I'm reading about ice.
Yeah. Vanilla ice?
No, another I got on this weird. It's another drug named Virginia. Ice.
Okay.
Well, apparently in Lake Worth Beach, there was a horrifying scream of help, 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 let me out. When the cops showed up there to the home where the call was made to, they found out that it wasn't a person in distress. It was a parrot named Rambo that actually had apparently been trained to say that phrase. Oh my God.
It actually kind of sounds like someone's getting it on.
Right?
That doesn't sound like someone's
Let me
scared.
out of what? Wow.
Parrots are kind of creepy, man. I don't know if I want that going on.
Apparently the cops there had a nice laugh. Guy in Bradenton woke up last week to find a stranger had broken into his house and was sucking on his toes.
All right.
That's odd. Now you can go one of two different ways. You can either sit back and just enjoy the ride, or you could try to fight off the toe sucker.
Maybe you're into it.
Yeah, you're right. Depends upon how you are.
Such a bold move.
Yeah, depends upon how you are. Apparently, this guy in Bradenton was not in it. or into the toe sucking. So he started punching the intruder in the face. This lasted for about 30 seconds before the intruder runs out of the house, then punched out the front glass.
Oh my gosh.
Of the window of the house. And then he jumped on the victim's car and started stomping on the windshield until it broke, then just took off running and has never been found.
What a horrific scene.
What a weird night, huh?
You're in your house?
What a weird night.
Oh my gosh.
I mean, you're just like, what is going on here?
It's time to move.
Yeah, probably.
Yes, it is.
You've always wanted to live in a gated community. Now's the time.
If it's not a meth cooker, it's a toe sucker, Virginia. Where do you go anymore? 2 people randomly tried the same excuse to get out of DUIs on New Year's Day. A man in Gulfport, Florida, and a woman in Nebraska both told cops that they were, quote, professional drinkers.
You're kind of a professional drinker.
Thank you.
Well, you were in New Orleans yesterday celebrating them going. Are they going to the Super Bowl? Is that what's happening?
No. Every single team I cheered for lost this weekend. The Bills lost, and I was cheering for them for Panda. My girlfriend was with me. She's a Patriots fan, so I was cheering for the Patriots for her. They lost. I was there in the Superdome. The Saints lost.
They lost?
They lost
Yeah, they
in
lost
overtime.
in overtime.
Oh, I thought you
it
were
was crushing. It was heartbreaking. No.
It was devastating. And I realized, too, I need the commentators. I don't know what the hell's going on. I got to watch football on TV.
It is tough. That's why I think more and more people are doing that. It is very tough. I do a lot of games live, and you feel very disconnected from the game when you're not hearing what's going on.
Yes. I need to hear them say what's going on.
Yeah. So it's some tough stuff. Yeah, there's a lot of heartbreaking losses.
Oh, the game. It gave me the angina.
Well, a week from tonight, you got your LSU Tigers, Virginia. Maybe they can win the national championship.
I don't want to cheer for LSU because everything I cheer for loses.
Yeah, we got to cure this angina.
Sounds terrible.
What a word that is. Who came up with that
I love
word?
it.
I love it, too.
I don't know what it is, but it's fun to say.
I think it's like a condition in your chest, throat area.
Or it could be in your pants.
Isn't it?
We don't know.
Well, there's a guy who escaped from prison in South Carolina 40 years ago and now just got busted last week in Delaware. He got stopped for public drunkenness.
Oh, my.
They figured out who he was from his fingerprints, and now he's going to be extradited back to South Carolina to face charges that are 40 years old.
Wow.
Crazy as that. There's a woman in Clearwater that was watching the Kelly Clarkson show last week, and her boyfriend wouldn't stop talking, and she was not down with that, so she punched him.
I get it. Shut up.
He fought back. They were both arrested for domestic battery.
Oh.
Some crazy stuff. Boy, that Kelly Clarkson show is doing really well, huh?
She is so likable, Kevin.
Get all talk, Kev.
If you don't like Kelly Clarkson, it's on you.
And I'd heard there was a little bit of a bidding war for guests between her and Ellen was like, hey, if you go on Kelly Clarkson, you're not coming on my show. And then I just saw the previews for Kelly Clarkson, and guess who pops up at the door and it comes, oh my gosh, it's Ellen. Ellen's popping on the Kelly Clarkson show.
It's a good, because I bet you any money, Ellen's people said this would be a good move for you. It's going to look good. It'll look like you're not threatened.
Right.
It makes you look like you're welcoming Kelly
If you can't beat him, join him, kind of be all chummy. This ain't your thing.
It's without a doubt a strategy.
Well, Ellen knocked Oprah out of the game. And, Oprah went on that tour that she started at the BB&T Center on Saturday with Lady Gaga coming out.
Yeah, my girlfriend went to it.
Did she love it?
She said it was fun.
Okay.
It was like all chicks, though, and they were like all
90%
fired up.
women, they said, pretty much.
Yeah.
Well, now, guess who's going to be doing their own tour coming to the Seminole Hard Rock Hotel and Casino? It is Ellen.
Oh.
She's copying Oprah's game. Yeah, they just announced it. It's called A Conversation with Ellen. It's a Q&A. Doesn't sound like she's going to be doing the stand-up like she done for Netflix not too long ago. It's just going to be you go and kind of hang out and listen to her talk, I guess is what it's going to be.
Huh.
So there you go. Tickets go on sale this Wednesday at 10 a.m. It's going to be February 1st. And it's a Saturday at 3 p.m. I think Oprah's gig was in the morning, too. Wasn't like a nighttime thing. Because if you're a soccer mom, you can't stay up late.
No, and it's a lot easier, too.
Yes.
Chicks go to this thing with each other or they go by themselves a lot of times.
Okay.
And so for a woman to go out to an event, if you have it at night and I'm a woman by myself, I'm not going to go. But if you have it during the day, it's safer. And if you're going by yourself, you will go during the day.
Okay. Well, thank you very much.
Welcome to the female mind.
No, it's scary.
She just woman-splained it to you, Kevin.
There's a Home Depot delivery driver that left a note that appears to spell out the terrible C word that you should never say.
Oh.
But the company has an explanation for the very angry homeowner that had her delivery guy calling her a, C word. The company's saying that the driver was just abbreviating "see you next time."
Okay, you must think we're really dumb.
That's not even that creative.
See you next time. Okay. It's a fun little story. A woman in Missouri fell asleep while she was testing mattresses at a mattress store and wound up spending the night there.
I think it's a great endorsement for the mattress.
It really is. It turned into a commercial. I went in to buy a mattress. It was so comfortable. I stayed the night. A guy in Canada got a $6 bottle of barbecue sauce as his Christmas bonus from work and complained about it on Twitter and got fired.
Oh.
Yes.
Everyone's got to go to social media.
Oh, that's right. Take your gripes to social media. Coming up here in a couple minutes, is anybody else had like a New Year's that has just not gone well so far? Do you need a New Year's redo? Tell us the awful thing that's happened to you. We'll actually count down to give you a whole new New Year's, and you can start like today's brand new.
I love it. You did this for me a long time ago.
Yeah.
When we were at our old station, and it put me in the right mind frame.
Do we have fireworks?
I have some at my house. I can be here back. And
No, I think you have them in the closet. I saw them in the prize closet.
Okay, we'll talk about it, because I don't know. Kevin looks like we
Yeah.
shouldn't be lighting fireworks. Though.
Yeah, probably not the right
Ask
way.
for forgiveness, not permission.
We'd probably get another 2-week vacation. Mauricio actually wanted this service, so we're going to find out exactly why his New Year's has gone wrong. You want the countdown? Let us know. 877-979-WRMF.
This is 97.9 WRMF Palm Beach.
Is 2020 already gone bad for you? Well, maybe you need a New Year redo. I know if things don't start off on day 1 very well, day 2 is not much better, day 3, you might have already had just 5 terrible days that has already happened right now. Mauricio sent us an email. He said, good day and Happy New Year, KVJ Show. Yesterday was pretty bad for me, and this was sent to us on the 2nd. Started with getting pulled over by a cop for not stopping long enough at a stop sign.
Oh, definitely flat top.
Then I had the worst drive-through experience and had to involve management. And then after a day of pain in the behind, I came to realize that I have a hemorrhoid.
Oh, no. Happy New Year. Your butt's on fire.
Wow. Yeah, that is some tough stuff that Mauricio has been going through. And so he would like to have a New Year redo where it's just like, okay, let's just, in golf, you hit a bad shot off the tee, you get to take a mulligan and pretend like that never happened. That's kind of what it is.
He needs a butt do redo kind of a thing. He needs to redo his butt. If he's got
Are you offering your services?
Tux. I'm not going to say who. I had a family member really struggle with the hemorrhoids.
My mom used to use those back in the day. Tux medicated pads.
Tux was a regular thing in our household.
Well, it was for us too because my mom bought the cheapest toilet paper.
Yeah, we always had cheap toilet paper too.
So when I got off the commode, it looked like a baboon. She'd hand me a Tux.
Well, I'm trying to tell some people
because you tux it in your butt.
You got butt issues because you're using the worst toilet paper ever. That's why you got the hemsies.
Yes, it's what poor people use to take care.
Double ply, y'all.
It's terrible. Yeah, so there you go. So if anybody needs a New Year's redo, you can let us know. Would you say your New Year's is going well, Virginia? Because it's tough. You're just complaining about the Saints. Unfortunately, they lost yesterday. Now, I had my whole break got thrown into a tailspin. My Buckeyes lost in a game to try to get to the national championship. They lost to Clemson, and that was tough.
I didn't see that coming. I really thought it was going to be LSU and Ohio State.
Yeah.
And how fun would that have been for us?
Well, it was tough because Ohio State jumped out to a solid lead. They were up 16-0, and then there was a play where Ohio State got a touchdown, and for some reason they said, no, you don't have a touchdown. And I told Virginia, I'm like going, well, that was kind of odd.
And you were like, that's going to be the game
I told you that
changer.
will be the difference.
And you said that in the second quarter.
I said that right when it happened. I said, mark my words, that will be the difference in the game. And Ohio State lost by 6. That was the difference in the game. And so, yeah, that was tough. So, but that happened for me in 2019. So I was able to be like, you know what? Going to put all that badness and tuck it away in the last year.
Tuck it with your tucks.
With my tucks.
Yeah. I like it.
Unfortunately, the Saints though just lost yesterday, which
I
is
know. I was so upset last night, and then today I'm okay. I'll be fine.
Look at the positive. You crushed it during the dirt of the day all 3 times today.
And that's really what it's about.
That's what it's about.
If we're keeping score.
Mm-hmm. Earlier we talked about some adventurous things that we could do, maybe trying to catch a python, riding a motorcycle, jumping out of a plane. Luckily, some people, we got some good leads on that, Jaybird.
On all of them.
That kind of good stuff might be happening. Yeah, just kind of us to make sure that we're just, kind of doing something.
Yeah, man. Last year we're getting too close to the urn. Let's spice this thing up. Let's get our youth back. Come on.
To me, I've not been a big fan of resolutions. To me, when you identify that something has kind of gone a little bit south, to me, I always believe in starting right away to correct whatever that is. But I do kind of like this concept better. Instead of a New Year's resolution, make a New Year's challenge. Kind of like what Jaybird had said, he's like challenging himself to reconnect with some old friends. It's not necessarily a resolution. It's like, okay, I want to challenge yourself. And Jaybird and I were talking about this. Virginia, we think everybody on the KVJ show should have a challenge that they take on for the new year.
Challenge, okay.
Something that you want to do, something that would likely be a marked improvement in you.
I'm a terrible juggler. I can't juggle whatsoever. I'm starting at the beginning. At the end of the year this time, can I at least get somewhat decent at juggling? I'm gonna take that on as a challenge. I'd love to be juggling knives up in this biatch by the end of the year.
By the end of the year.
But I'll
start with balls.
I'll start with balls. give me the balls and I'll be good.
This guy wants to go right to knives.
I do. I want to go right to fire, but
flaming knives. He just ordered them.
What would kill him quicker, juggling knives or fire, Virginia?
I don't know. The motorcycle might kill him before all of that.
Oh, I know you're going to try to stop that motorcycle thing. Jaybird is getting on a hog in 2020, and I'm going to ride
How about
that
just a
thing.
pig?
I am riding a motorcycle this year. I've got both of our leather outfits ready to go.
Oh, you do?
I do.
They're assless. Is that okay?
As long as I get to ride in the front.
The leather,
yes.
The leather pants are from when I was 30 pounds lighter.
Oh, this should be cute.
I try to put them on. They don't fit.
You're going to have a muffin top.
That's okay.
So I was thinking even, too, what I think would be good, because I know you talk about the whole year. And the one thing that I started noticing, too, I think a lot of us do that. When you make a resolution, or even if you take on a New Year challenge, 365 days is a long time. And, what we find is that by like February, March, most people have dropped off their resolutions because I think it's just unrealistic. It's too long.
I know for me, I'll be in a really good, positive mood. Like, for example, I really struggle sometimes with eating terrible. Sometimes I can nail it. Sometimes I can't. And if I'm on a good streak and I get in a little bit of maybe something at work doesn't go well and I get kind of like the blues slightly, that's when I slip into the food world and I eat everything.
You eat your feelings.
I eat my feelings. So that's my little warning.
Okay.
But I also eat when I'm happy too. When I'm really excited, I love to eat. I don't know what's up and what's down.
Yeah, let's not just deal with diets.
You're right.
Losing weight, yeah, let's not mess with that one. What I think people should do is not necessarily a resolution, do a challenge, but also don't do the whole year. Do 100 days. Say in 100 days, I am going to do this. That is my challenge. Because if not, you put it off and then you realize, oh, it's November, it's Thanksgiving. Well, I can't do it now.
You're right.
Do it right now. So I think with you juggling, don't say, hey, in a year, say in 100 days. You can learn to juggle in 100 days.
I agree with you.
If you really jump on, I remember years and years ago, I tried to learn how to juggle. And almost every day I was like committing like 10 or 15 minutes to it. And I was getting not good. But still... I was trying every single day.
It's weird, too, because I've been thinking about this juggling thing, and it's kind of already morphed into a little invention that I want to work with into juggling if I can get good enough. A little self-help mixed with juggling. I won't tell you exactly all the ABCs of it, but if it could possibly work.
Okay.
Does that sound confusing?
Yes.
All right, good.
Mission accomplished.
Most of your stuff does.
Same old bird. Same old bird. So what I want to do is, I actually stuck by one of my challenges for 2019, and that was to work on Spanish every day. That was my challenge. And I pretty much did throughout the entire year. About 15 minutes was it, just bite-sized stuff, 10 to 15 minutes every single day working on Spanish.
Why do you still suck at it?
I don't know. That's the problem. Because I go on this app thing. I did the Duolingo thing and spend 10, 15 minutes on every single day. And then I sit there and I listen to people speaking Spanish. I'm like, I have no idea what they're saying.
So if I como te llamo, you'd be able to handle that? Como te llamo, chico?
Yeah. Me llamo es Kevin.
Oh.
Yeah.
What? I'm going,
eyes? What? So what my challenge is, Virginia, is in 100 days, I want to be able to walk up, because I had this happen over the weekend. My wife was trying to ask a woman about her glasses, where she got them, and she only spoke Spanish. Whoa, why did that do that? Why did that do that?
I don't know. I almost
scared us.
Yeah.
I almost swore.
Our system is doing weird things here.
So
New year, same old system.
So nothing's changed.
Nothing has changed. Yeah, I don't know why that fired. It said, like, stop talking. Yeah, so my challenge is, because I couldn't, I wanted to, like, jump in and do a conversation with her. In 100 days, Virginia, I want to be able to walk up to a random person that only speaks Spanish and have a conversation.
Oh, that's going to be tough.
I know.
And as he's talking, I'm going to walk up behind him and start juggling.
A guy in broken Spanish and a terrible juggler.
Terrible.
Where's your terrible skill, Virginia?
And our goal is we want to record the whole thing. So there you go. So what is your 100-day challenge? I think everybody should take it on. Do it today. Let us know what it is, and then check back in with us in 100 days. And I want to see if you can do it and make a video to show if you do, or even if you fail horribly, and I probably will. That is my mark. In 100 days, I got to be able to walk up to somebody and have a conversation.
Do I need to make a terrible juggling video now to prove I'm a terrible juggler, or we kind of know that?
We probably know that, but do it now and then do it before and after.
Okay,
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
Love it.
Okay, so that's what we got for you. For everybody else making resolutions, here's a song.
Oh, yeah, I was talking to your sisters, and we got some ideas for you,
For what?
for your life.
So you guys are making my resolutions for me?
We're making suggestions, Jaybird. One thing you gotta do is quit drinking, Jason. You come off like a bum and sound like a wino.
I'm not gonna party this year. That's a lie. Because I'm currently drinking a beer. And I'm high. I already blew it. I was gonna quit drinking, but I said screw it. I already blew my resolutions.
Yeah, you gotta start eating healthier, Jason. You're not a young man anymore.
I was going to exercise, but those pies and those french fries caught my eyes. So I ate them instead. I didn't make it to the gym, cause I fell asleep in my bed. I already blew it. I was gonna exercise, but instead I said screw it. I already blew my resolution.
You're not a young man anymore, Jay.
KVJ Show is all over social media. Find us Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.
Well, back from break, took a couple weeks off there, just kind of like chill out and, just kind of regroup.
People on social media were pretty understanding about our break.
Yes, I saw that. They were like, good for you guys.
Yeah, get arrested. Did you get any emails of people thinking we're fired again? I got a couple of those comments.
No, I didn't necessarily get that.
That's good.
I just got the you big bums. That was basically the tone of it. So, but we're all back. The thing that was cool for me was just, I like having a little bit of time to kind of like catch up on stuff. And thank you, because a lot of people suggested stuff to watch. That's kind of a lot of what I did over the last 2 weeks. I went on, I had all these Netflix documentaries on basically diet and stuff like that people said to check out, and I got through all those.
Gosh, that sounds awful. A documentary about dieting?
It was good.
Terrible.
It was good stuff.
He watched a lot of them.
I did.
What's worse for you, Virginia? He watched all of those diet documentaries. I watched a 9-hour documentary about the Vietnam War. What would be worse for you?
I mean, you both suck at picking. That's awful.
They both are
They're
awful for
awful. We introduced Rocco to Home Alone, And
Oh, yeah.
he is obsessed.
Oh,
now.
I could see him doing all that. You're going to come home today and have a paint can in the face.
So many ideas, kid.
Yeah.
He quotes the movie nonstop. He loves it.
You know what I've been watching? Macaulay Culkin was in Home Alone. His brother is in a TV show called Succession that people were mentioning. He is great in that. It's his brother, and he looks a lot like Macaulay. He's hysterical in that.
You finally started to watch it.
I did. I'm actually about halfway through season 2, so I'm going to be wrapping up here pretty quick.
Ending of season 2, you're going to really like it.
Really?
Yes.
I like it so far. It's really good. It's a pretty solid show. I watched Chernobyl, which a lot of people were talking about. The Golden Globes last night. That was picking up awards as well. It's pretty eye-opening stuff.
I don't know if I can get down with Chernobyl.
Perfect for the holidays.
Too upsetting.
That's so depressing.
It was very fascinating, to know what happened and everything that went on with that. Yeah, it was interesting. It wasn't like massively depressing.
Okay.
I will say the 9-hour documentary in the Vietnam War was.
That sounds tough.
It was tough.
I saw Star Wars. I watched that.
Okay.
I saw it too. I sent you an idea. I don't know if is it too late for us to do a Star Wars podcast?
I don't know. It's been out like 3 or 4 people. Like, yeah, they probably heard it all.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. We can talk about it on the After the Show podcast, though. I'm bored Virginia to death.
Already there.
Yeah.
We don't have to do that. Nobody gives a crap what we think about it.
And I also checked out The Irishman. But, boy, after going to Star Wars, I did that Cinépolis. I'd never been to one of those.
Did you?
The luxury side?
I guess. I don't know because I didn't. My older son, Colin, booked the tickets.
Okay.
And then I got there and I saw the tab. I'm like, oh my gosh. Yeah, it was like, we were kind of like in a little pod and it had like a recliner chair and you got like a blanket when you walked in.
That's the luxury side.
If you go on a date, you're going to, not just with 2 people, if you do it right and kind of get the treatment, you're spending at least $80 there.
I could not believe how much money we spent. I think because it was, he booked it was 4 total. So Grandpa went and you know, the younger son, Cannon. So we had 4 of us. I think it was like $140.
Wow.
Were you ordering food, doing it the right way?
Yeah, because Grandpa was picking up the tab, and I ran up a couple vodkas on his bill, and he had like 100. I think by the time we walked out, there was almost $300.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I can see it. If you're getting liquor and then you got food and you have more than one person.
Yeah, I didn't eat. I just got a couple vodka sodas. That was it.
Is that the one in Jupiter?
We went to the one in Del Rey. They do have one in Jupiter though too.
Yeah, I think the one in Del Rey is newer. And it's probably nicer. The one in Jupiter's nice, don't get me wrong, but Del Rey is newer.
What's the one in Boca? Because that's the one I thought
That's iPick.
I thought iPick was kind of, wait, we're not doing like they're not a client or anything, right?
I don't know.
Okay. They're both great.
I'll just tell you, they're crazy expensive. And this is, I don't know if this is South Florida movie theaters that's doing this, but it seems like those are popping up more than just regular theaters. And maybe that's it to combat, you know, Netflix, which now has all these movies going right to it, like The Irishman, saying, okay, well, we're going to create an experience and you're going to be able to get cocktails and blankets and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, you got to treat it like it's something.
It's super
an event.
cozy. And I mean, my recliner at home, I can't hit a button and have a waitress come over. That's pretty cool.
Just take it from me. Do not order a grilled cheese. Take one bite. Fall asleep in the movie because you will wake up and it will be gone.
They took his grilled cheese.
That's a complete. I can't imagine how you waste money quicker. You buy an expensive ticket, order food that's overpriced, then you fall asleep, miss the movie, and don't eat the food.
Oh, and I was drinking.
Winning.
Oh, man, I still think about that. Because the one bite I had, Virginia, I still think about it. It rivaled your grilled cheese. It was that good.
Wow.
There's just a couple things. I think with anything that you get, you just got to ask yourself, worth it or not? And, you know, you got to save up for it every now and then. You splurge, and you ask that question, was it worth it or not?
I ask that question all the time when I do the food service stuff. And I got to tell you, 80% of the time, it's not worth it. They've really gone down, the food service industry. I'm talking about the delivery food industry, where they deliver the food, that delivery food system, it is starting to go down a bit.
Yeah. And I've checked out the Bright Line. We went, you know, kind of like on the cocktail cart, Virginia, like you did.
Love it. Love the Bright Line.
It is pricey as well.
It is.
And my wife and I, that was pretty much our whole conversation. Is this worth it or not? And trust me, I was like doing those things where I was trying to get as much like free cocktails and the food and everything else and the snacks that they gave you to try to like break even.
You got to get there early and linger after.
Yeah. Worth it or not?
I think it's worth it.
Okay.
Because you do get unlimited. And if you're somebody like me who's a consumption maniac, you win.
Old vintage pinball machine. It was a baseball one for $1,100. Worth it or not?
It depends upon how much you love pinball. $1,100 seems
a lot.
pricey.
It's vintage.
Vintage.
What's on it?
You throw a tag of vintage on there and you jack up the price by double.
It
That's
really
what they do.
You're right.
Usually what we call that's junky. Broke down. You'd be like, broke down doesn't sound good. Let's call it vintage. And then let's charge $1,100. That seems like it was too much.
Well, they are. They're expensive. It's from like the 60s.
Did you put it in your house?
No. I'm asking if is it worth it or not.
I'm saying no.
I thought that was the game. We're looking at things
that's
in
it.
our life.
What is your worth it or not thing? Sometimes it's food. Like there may be a food item that you like. Is it worth it or not? Like to me, I was watching a special on just really how ludicrous the whole water bottle industry is and the markup and what we pay. And we're just like, what? Like, how can we ever say that that's worth it?
Give me the water industry
scam.
is the biggest scam out there.
Yeah, maybe there's a food item you like. Maybe there's something that you do. Maybe there's a toilet paper that you buy. Is it worth it or not? Let us know yours. 877-979-WRMF. You can call or text it in right now to the KVJ Show. What do you think about certain mac and cheese? Is it worth it to buy really expensive mac and cheese?
Yes. Well, here's the thing. I was raised on generic mac and cheese. And what we would do is we would take, for example, if you had 2 boxes of macaroni noodles, you would have 4 cheese packets per round. See what I'm saying? So you would always double the cheese with the powder of the generic. And the generic powder, when it's doubled, you could argue it is very, very good.
I like to add better cheese to whatever mac and cheese boxed.
Okay.
You can always add good cheese.
Expensive wine. I was talking to somebody about that and how much you pay. And there's actually another special on Netflix I haven't got to yet. It's called Rotten. And it's all the food scams that are out there. It's kind of where I got the idea for this. They were talking about the water bottles. They were talking about how there's companies now, or not companies, but there's shysters that they will take cheap bottles of wine and they'll reprint expensive wine labels and they'll sell it for like $1,000 a bottle, and it's something they bought for like $15.
Oh yeah.
Wow,
That happens
that's
on-
shady.
Yeah. But you got people out there that are going, yeah, so it's worth it, $1,000 for a bottle of wine.
Don't let me remind everyone when we did that wine competition, we're fancy pants over here. Couldn't tell the difference between cheap wine and expensive wine.
You didn't bring cheap wine. There's no cheap wine.
I don't think she can tell a difference between cheap food and fancy food. I really want to put that to the test. You get like a Stouffer's lasagna, compare it to a fancy ass 5-star Palm Beach Island lasagna.
Do they have Palm Beach lasagna, Virginia?
The way she can tell.
It's very fancy.
She don't know
what
the
is
difference.
Palm Beach lasagna?
It's just got a little palm tree on it.
Oh, is that it? Okay.
Oh, it's so fancy. You eat the Palm Beach lasagna, you go, oh yes, lasagna. It's very fancy.
Would you say expensive wine is worth it, Virginia?
I don't know. I mean, it's all relative to your budget.
Okay.
You know? I mean, if you've got the money.
Well, this is basically saying, because I think we all probably have something that is not in our budget. Realistically, you could look at how much somebody makes. It doesn't matter who you are or how much you make. And you're like going, you know what? That probably is a stretch for you to get that. But you're like going, it's so worth it that I would pay something that I really probably can't afford just because it's that great.
And it gives you joy.
Yes.
Maybe it gives you joy, and you can't put a price tag on joy.
Okay, for example, there is a Bigfoot costume I have wanted for years, and it's so expensive, and is it worth it? But the reason why I think it's worth it, even though it's over $1,000, it looks so realistic.
Wow.
If you saw this thing scampering, you'd be like, oh my gosh, that's not a costume. That looks like a Yeti or a Squatch. Is it worth it? It would bring me a lot of happiness.
For you, I think it could be worth it because you could get use out of it professionally.
Yes.
You could do a snack pack show
Oddly
with
enough,
it.
it wouldn't be your dumbest purchase.
No.
Not even close.
Not even close.
You're right. I don't think
Not
it
even
is.
close.
I did. I buy some stupid things.
Somebody say I buy like $50 bottles of shampoo and conditioner. It's my thing. Is that worth it, Virginia?
I don't know. I think you can get just as good shampoo and conditioner at the drugstore.
$50. I'm gonna tell you right now.
I would never spend $50. I just wouldn't do it.
Whoever texted that in, I'll give you your answer right now. No, there's no difference. Pert Plus. If you go to the store and get Pert Plus, it's gonna be the same thing.
I don't know about that. If you color your hair, you're supposed to use like special shampoo and conditioner that won't strip the color or cause the color to change. So I do get that, but you don't have to spend $50 for shampoo.
Yeah, it's like they do with the face cream. You know, you go to Publix and you see, it's $25 for this bottle of face cream. It's gonna make you look so young. It's all lies. Don't buy it. You might as well just take an aloe plant and shove that on your face.
There's so much stuff that I don't really understand when it comes to like, is it worth it? I remember one time when my wife and I first started dating, she got me a Mont Blanc pen or something like that.
Not worth it.
I'm like, I didn't understand. I'm like, when you got me a pen, she's like,
I lose pens all the time.
To me, and she told me it was like $100 pen or something. Like, why? I'm like, I'm right. And then somebody else just texted and said, yeah, my fiance's been dying for a Rolex as his wedding gift, and I can't fathom wrapping my mind around spending $8,000 to $9,000 on a watch, and that's the cheap end. I saw like
you can get them cheaper than that. You do have to go look.
That's still, and I never got that either. Pens and watches. I know some people love them. I'm just like,
it's a status thing.
It's get it.
It's like lawyers have pens.
I know. I don't understand it.
If you walk into
Doesn't make
a
sense
room
to me.
and you feel like you are so cool because you've got a cool pen and it's expensive, you're a dork.
Yeah, I don't get it. I do not get it.
You were a dork before you walked in the room, but the fact that you think the pen makes you cooler really makes you a dork.
99% of the world could give a frog's fat ass if you've got an expensive pen. Nobody cares.
Well, coming up here in just a couple minutes, one of the elitists, Lori Loughlin, she apparently is getting ready for prison. That's what Virginia was saying in her dirt, that her and her husband, they've apparently hired an expert. Now, I don't know if they're just ripping off the idea of Get Hard, the movie that had Kevin Hart in it and Will Ferrell years ago, where he hired Kevin Hart to train him for prison. Martial arts. Apparently, she's even learning the lingo.
Really?
Yes.
She needs to just stick to herself.
What is she? She's not too busy. What is she doing?
Working on prison lingo. So what does she need to know? We'll let you know some of the hottest prison lingo going on in the pen these days coming up next.
Did you miss an episode of the KVJ Show? No worries. Find our podcast on iTunes, Google Play, Spotify, or kvjshow.com.
Okay, Lori Loughlin apparently is getting ready to head to the pen, just in case her and her husband get thrown to the hooscow. And just like that movie that came out like 5 years ago called Get Hard that had Kevin Hart and Will Smith, or Kevin Hart. Will Ferrell and Kevin Hart, right?
Yeah, you got it. Nailed it.
Will Smith.
I
Will,
understand
who,
why you're
what?
thrown off.
Yeah.
Jay Bird just walked
I
in
looked
here.
up and caught, I caught the Yardbird here. I'm like, wait, what happened here?
Jay Bird ain't here. My name's Bones.
Bones.
My name's Bones.
Do you have teardrop tattoos?
That's right.
Wow.
I got 3 of them. You know what that means? Body count 3.
Boy, he's really into this here.
This is my partner, Smokestack, right here.
Smokestack, huh?
Smokestack and Bones.
This is impressive. Well, Lori Loughlin is heading to the pen, so she's got somebody apparently that's helping her learn some self-defense and also prison lingo, which there's a whole different language when you go into prison, Virginia, that you got to know all these terms and all that kind of stuff. And if you walk in, you don't know what they're talking about. It's like speaking another language. And you got to know the ins and outs of prison, Virginia. It's a hard place to be.
That is stressful. Could you imagine?
If you don't know, then you will know, if you know what I mean. Ice cold. See, we're talking prison language.
I didn't understand a word he was saying there, Virginia. See?
But it's not just Bones. I think it's Jay Bird.
I'll tell you.
We didn't understand Jay Bird either.
I'll tell you who just understood what I said. Smokestack. I get a hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
So what we have here, just kind of like show you what it's all
by
about.
The way. You cannot smoke in here, guys.
Prison.
Yeah,
See, Virginia, we need to take you right now to a prison yard. So mentally, you need to close your eyes.
Okay.
And I need for you to picture like you're in a prison yard and you're just kind of eavesdropping. You're listening in to a conversation between 2 hardened criminals in the yard, just having a conversation. This is what it would sound like. This is Bones and Smokestack. This is how you would teach Lori Loughlin prison lingo. Take it away, fellas.
Yo, Smokestack, you got that bug juice?
Hells yeah. I got the best bug juice ever. I know how Bones loves his bug juice.
I need to catch a ride and get some bats. You got any bats, Smokestack?
Oh, yeah. I've been puffing on bats all day, Bones. Oh, by the way, your peels are looking real fresh.
True. You need to take that new bug juice and put it in the safe, if you catch what I'm saying.
I'll put it in my safe, but it's gonna hurt. Oh, look, we got a new prisoner walking in. His name's Kevin Ralston, and he needs a hoe check.
Oh, yeah, we definitely need to hoe check his ass. Make sure there ain't no fire on the line, though, Smokestack.
If he fights back, should I have him dance on the blacktop?
No. I want him alive. He's pretty. He's gonna be my little prison wolf.
Make him howl, Bones. Make him howl.
Virginia, do you have any idea what Bones and Smokestack were talking about there?
It sounds like the beginning of a very low-budget gay porn. Run, Ralston.
Yeah, Bones is coming for you.
Oh, he is looking to turn you quick.
Oh, you be my little prison wolf.
Oh, yeah.
My little prison wolf. Make you howl.
Okay, now walk me through some of these terms that we heard in there for people that were completely lost. Like
There was
lot
a
of us were.
lot. Y'all hit us with a lot.
Okay, all right.
Yeah. First off, I got to find out if I'm going to be a prison wolf. What exactly is a prison wolf?
That means you are somebody who's straight on the outside, but in the inside, you turn some tricks.
Gay for the stay.
Yep.
Oh, ho, ho, ho.
Look at that, Kevin Ross, a little tasty snack, little prison wolf.
Now, I think I heard the conversation start with something about bug juice. What's bug juice?
You want that bug juice?
Say butt juice?
No.
Big difference.
Oh.
You eat the food, you get butt juice.
Look, Bones can get you what you need. You want some butt juice?
You stay away from my butt, Bones.
Bug juice is drugs. Bringing it in. Bringing in that bug juice.
Bug juice is drugs?
And then to catch a ride means to get a high from the bug juice.
Okay. What was bats? You said bats.
Cigarettes.
So that's what they call cigs in prison. Bats.
You want some bats? Smokestack?
Yeah, bring the bats.
Now, you talked about something was going in a safe and it's going to hurt.
You know exactly what we're talking about.
I
That
think
fresh fish. Come on, my little prison wolf. Yeah, that's the next thing. Yeah, you know what it is, Virginia.
Really?
You put stuff in your...
You put the contraband in your behind.
Wow.
That's called putting in the safe. And apparently there's two other terms for it, too. It's called either taking it to the hoop or packing the rabbit.
Taking it to the hoop.
Packing the rabbit.
Packing the rabbit.
Kevin sounds like an accountant trying to explain. It's called packing the rabbit.
Oh, Ralston one lasted day.
Oh, yeah. What was it you said that I was going to be? Was a hoe check?
Yeah, a hoe check.
What's that? What was that?
Hoe check, if I remember right.
It says a group beating given to a prisoner to see if he'll stand up for himself.
Oh,
That's
my
right.
gosh.
When Denny said he was going to do the hoe check, because then after the hoe check, Denny wanted to know if you were going to dance on the blacktop, which means a stabbing.
Oh my gosh!
I can't have my prison wolf with a stabbing.
Wow. Okay. And then, did you say fire on the line?
Fire on the line. Yes, I did. That means the popo is right around the corner. Security guards. So
somebody's kind of like the lookout. If you're going to do a hoe check on somebody, you got to say, "Hey, fire on the line." That means correctional officers coming, so don't beat them down now.
Stop putting things in your safe right now because fire on the line.
Don't pack the rabbit. That's some good stuff. All right, guys. See, look how educational that is, Virginia.
Well, Lori needs you to.
Yes.
Thank you.
Learn a lot about prison lingo, which Lori Laughlin is going to have to do maybe here soon as she gets thrown into the Hooskow. Some pretty good stuff. Thank you very much to Bones and Smokestack just a second ago for taking us into a prison yard conversation. That's some fascinating stuff. So people are hitting us up with some other terms that are out there that you might want to check up. If you're dotted up, what do you think that means, Virginia? If you hear that in prison, somebody's dotted up. What are they?
Tattoos.
Yes.
Okay.
Look at Virginia over here. She could do time for Lori Laughlin.
Oh, I think if Sanicki got into the clink or the hole, as we call it, she'd be running things 24/7.
She would probably be pretty tough, yeah.
You have to. I think you have to be.
You do.
All of us would rise to the occasion, some more than others.
Well, there's that term on that list you gave me that I forget what it was, but it was like punching somebody the first time when they get there to show.
It's called a chin check.
Yes.
Yeah, you go and you punch an inmate in the jaw to see if they'll fight back. So you're just walking into prison. All of a sudden you get chin checked. Somebody comes up, bam, and cold clocks you just see what
You gotta fight back.
See what your temperament is.
The last 2 prison movies I saw, the guy that went into the prison, and this is what they say in the movies, whether it's real or not, but the guy walks in and he's not supposed to be in prison. He's not tough, but they all go, you got to punch the biggest person in here to show you're not weak, and they all do that. Is that how prison really is? If I went today, would I have to go in there and punch the biggest guy to show I'm not soft? Fresh fish is
Sounds
here.
like you got to be ready. If somebody starts it with you got to fight back.
But do you start it with somebody just to prove a point?
No.
I don't know.
I would
Because
not
if you
start
wanna
it with
if you get your
anybody.
ass whooped quick.
I don't know.
I think that's bad advice.
Is it?
Who walks in and walks up to the biggest guy and hits him?
Let them know I'm loco. I am. Do not mess with me.
I don't know. I got to assess the situation before I start throwing punches.
Yeah. Jaber would be dead in an hour.
Yeah, I don't know if that's a good idea.
I got it from a Nicolas Cage movie.
All right. Well, here we go. Before we get to the first After the Show podcast of 2020, it's time for the first thought of the day of 2020.
The greatest prison people live in is the fear of what other people think.
Oh, wow. Bones.
Full circle. Want to see what Virginia looks like on camera? And Kevin and Jason, youtube.com/KVJ Show.